Dude, I have another crazy story. Dude, check this out. So, this one of my other exes, dude. I'm gonna call her name Becky. Just, in case I don't know. Anyways, so we were dating, and she caught her dad with another guy, dude, in their house.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like everyone was supposed to be at work, and like Becky came home to get something, or I don't know if she just called off, but she came home and her dad was like in the bedroom with some other guy. She was like, what the f-? She was all kind of tripping because she's like, no one should be home, so she checked. And it was like they weren't doing anything yet, but they had like their clothes off, and they were kind of just standing there, And and then she went and told her mom, and like their parents never divorced, dude. They stayed together, dude. He just moved to Vietnam like this year, and like
I heard stories like that, but it's I don't know, man. Sometimes it's like I had a homie, right? Or I have a homie who I don't know if that's the extent of it, but he had a son with his like high school sweetheart and everything. But he did it only because of what people thought. I guess he's older than me, so it wasn't as acceptable. But like, we would all, and I didn't even know he was gay. We would all go out, and so one day I'm like, dude, are you gay? He's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, fucking thank God. Because
it makes sense.
It makes sense. So I was like, what the fuck's going on, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, cool. And him and his son had like the best relationship ever. And is like his, I guess, ex-wife now because he's married now to somebody else, and it's like crazy. It's cool. He's a really good fucking dad.
Well, I mean, you think that relationship would have been like not so good had he tried to hide being gay and she was unhappy?
No, they were best friends. Like she knew.
Yeah.
And she like hooked it up.
Yo, shit. She still gave him a kid though. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, she probably wanted a kid too though.
Yeah. They're fucking best friends. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like they're still in each other's lives. Like the son, I think he's in college now or something. He's probably older than that now, but he's pretty cool.
I'm curious to see like how that kid acts and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like if that had any impact on his like in development or whatever,
Never. I'll ask one day.
Have you hung out with that kid or what?
When he was a kid, when he was like probably Macy's age, he was happy, dude. He was. They're the people that father and son duo that would always win the talent shows.
Yeah. I saw like a crazy statistic about the divorce rate with gays and lesbians, and it's like way higher than with straight couples.
Really?
Yeah, like way higher. And then the number for abuse is like also higher. I think it's just because you're okay with hitting the same sex,
That's true.
I mean, it's like different hitting the opposite sex.
Actually, dudes hitting each other.
Dude, also though, if you're flamboyant enough, like some of the gays that are super flamboyant, they feel okay hitting girls too. You know what I mean?
That is true, dude. I've seen that. Yeah. And like, at what point do you step in? Like, there's a dude hitting a chick, but then you hit a dude, but the guy is gay, and now you're beating up a gay guy.
I don't know, dude.
It's like a slippery slope.
I don't know. Fuck that, dude. I stick to old school morals, bro. I'm beating the dude up. You know what I mean? Unless the chick's whipping his ass.
That is true.
I would probably just try to break it up and just maybe hold him down or something. I don't know, dude. That's a good question. I don't know, dude. I feel like if I didn't beat up the gay dude, that'd be kind of sexist.
That would be sexist. Just because he's gay.
That's how I beat him up. Welcome back to the show, guys. Today we are in a new location. We've been talking about this move for a long time now. I feel like it's been like probably a couple months at this point. But we finally did it. We're at Spider Muay Thai's new location. We're on 4th and Main Street, downtown Santa Ana. Do not go to the old location because I don't even know what they're doing with that building. Probably a bunch of homeless people. I'm assuming.
It's empty now.
Empty, probably has homeless people around it. But yeah, if you guys are in the downtown Santa Ana area, you want to check us out. New location, a lot of room. It's beautiful. I love it here. Got to pay for parking, but that's okay. But please welcome to the show, the return of the one, the only, Frankie Chavez.
Thanks, Mo. Now, to address the parking situation, you don't got to pay for it. We have validation tickets, but some things are changing. You get 2 hours free, and then we'll validate your parking pass an hour or half an hour, depending on me. Because there's some people that just come in here and just sit on the mats. And I'm looking at him. I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna validate you. Like, give me something. Go run, hit pads with somebody, and then I'll be like, all right, he earned an extra hour. I'm not just gonna give it to you just because you show up early.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I feel like for the validating parking, we should just give it to people that are gonna double train to do the jits. And
well, here's the thing though, because so things are changing, and the thing that I like about switching gyms and all that stuff. Where we were at before, we were really hidden in the city. So we didn't really get to mingle with like any of the other businesses. And the thing that I like about being in downtown is they all look out after each other. Like they know you're a new business, they want to help you out because the more people that are here, when they leave, what do they see? All the other businesses, right? So it works that way. And so they're changing some things where we're no longer going to get 2 hours free. We're going to get 1 hour. And so Eva was the first one to find out, and he kind of brought it to my attention. And so we started, asking around. There's like a huge community on Instagram of like downtown Santa Ana business owners. And now there's like a huge meeting that's going to happen on Tuesday. They're going to go down to the city and they're going to get their 2 hours back because, they don't like, the people here don't like working with their business. I mean, it's expensive to do business here, man.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's not that much, like $1.50 to park, but it adds up.
Mm-hmm.
By the time, let's say you have an appointment somewhere and you only get 1 hour parking, by the time you park, you walk there, you walk back, it's over an hour for sure. You got 25-30 minutes to do what you need to do, and hopefully you get out in time. Yeah, it's not gonna help.
Yeah, I feel like the 2 hour validation it's only like relevant if you're just gonna go to a restaurant and eat or something, you know what I mean? But if you're gonna most people that train, you want to encourage them to take multiple classes, and you have like usually conditioning classes or jujitsu or whatever, so I feel like most businesses they're gonna want more than 2 hours, But yeah, so when I saw the signs too, they just posted some signs. So I don't know if they called you guys or what.
Well, we saw that was the email. We got the email in the mail because like I said, we're like once we weren't as involved in the city before with Fountain Valley because we didn't want to, for other reasons. But here, like we're in downtown, and Eva took the lead, and she's like, we're gonna do this, and she's been going to the city. She's been doing all that, so she's a big advocate for the gym, and she's actually the reason why we're in this building. She made it happen. So props to her. She took a lot off on plate, but it's a lot of little things like that the business aren't cool with here. The whole sticking to 1 hour. It might not seem a lot to like somebody, but for us that run, numerous hours like the gym, it cuts into what our members could do. One of the good thing is that we don't have to worry about the people taking the jits because. At 8 p.m., all city parking is free.
Oh, okay.
So you can park in the streets, park in the parking structure, minus the one back here. They still charge you. But if it's on the street, it's free. So now if you're going to stick for the 8, move your car. Literally park it downstairs in the front, and you're fine.
Yeah. Wait, so this one still charges you after? It's the only one. Is that even legal or something?
Yeah, because it's a parking structure, so there's security and all that stuff. But it's still city owned.
But the other parking structures, because if you go by the bars, I forgot where.
That's not city owned. This is only city owned.
Oh, okay. Because other parking structures right here, I'll go drinking here sometimes, and it's the gates are just open. They don't even charge you.
Yeah. Well, except it depends. It depends who. We're still dealing with that. That's what everybody's gonna go around and kind of see what's gonna happen because we might even have access to our own parking structure. So Eva and our friend Ozzy from Downtown Jiu-Jitsu. And our friend from Mimi from the Pizza Press down the street right here in the corner, they're all, they're brainstorming to see what we could do as where we, as a unit, could go park.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen until the end of September.
Yeah.
We still got time.
Dude, it's just crazy because it's downtown Santa has been pretty dead lately. So it's how are you charging all this parking? And there's not many
that's
fucking
the thing,
businesses,
though.
Dude.
We met some other business owners yesterday, and they're like, it was great. And then the whole ice riots happened, and they just went.
Yeah, because we got here after the ice riots. So as far as I've been here, I just don't even see a lot of activity out here. So to me, I'm just it doesn't make sense to charge customers when there's barely any. You want to encourage people to come.
Yeah, it doesn't. And there's other businesses opening up, man. You see the taco spot right here on the corner opening up, and then they're building some other stuff.
Tacos, we gotta go.
I've never had. I want to try.
So good. I'm excited for that. I was literally talking about it yesterday.
Yeah, so every weekend, me and the kids and Eva, we go around and try to do different restaurants.
Yeah.
Dude, so far it's badass. I like it. I really like it down here.
Yeah. I haven't had time to explore. I've been wanting to come on a Friday and after class just go drink or something. I think next Friday I'll try to encourage that. Just meet everyone, be like, yo, we're from Spider Muay Thai, what's up?
Yeah, dude, little by little, people are finding out. They look at the shirt and they're like, oh, you guys just moved in. So it's getting out there. And I haven't really advertised or anything because we're not ready yet. I don't want to do the grand opening till it's 100% ready. We're still kind of, we got our permit to do business. We're cool to do all that stuff. We just don't have our occupancy permit. That's a building issue. We're just waiting on the building to do their end. But our end, we're done with it, man. We're straight. Now, once that happens, we're gonna do the city grand opening, and we're gonna have I'm just still trying to figure out where we're gonna have our grand opening party around here because we can't do it here. It's gonna be huge.
Yeah, these mats,
dude, expensive ass mats, man. I had to pay my car off with that.
Yeah, we just do it at your clubhouse, maybe. No, you want to
No, I want to do it here.
Yeah.
I want to tie in with one of the businesses here, and you know, it's all about helping each other. So I want to bring business to them.
Yeah, like the pizza spot or something. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm getting something bigger than that.
I've been to it, so I don't know the size of it. But dude, I just know there's bomb ass food around here.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of crazy though, because when I remember 5 years ago when I would come here on a Saturday, it would be packed and there'd be like vendors everywhere and stuff. Yeah. It's like now when I came here, I'm like, there's not really vendors, and it just the vibe is different now, you know.
Just because everybody's scared, man. You know, everybody's scared to be caught up with this whole ICE situation that's going on. But back, we're talking about like 20 years ago. It used to be way different. Yeah. And you couldn't even walk the streets. It was so crowded with people. And it was a lot of, you know, Latin people walking around and just having a good time because it gave them some sort of like, reminded them of home. My mom got married 2 doors down from here. Yeah. When she got remarried 2 doors down from here. I remember coming to her wedding and it was still like that.
Really got married here?
Yeah, you could do, across the street. You could do you could do your taxes here, buy food here, shop for dresses, quinceañera dresses, get a lawyer, get married. You could do all that stuff in one spot. Yeah. Now it's kind of like, it's changed for the good, but it's this whole like ICE thing. It's really killed the vibe a little bit.
I thought it was because I looked up apartments around here because I was just curious because I was like, I wonder if I just move closer to the gym. Bro, the closest apartment, the one across from the parking structure, dude, that was going for a single bedroom that was available was around just over like 3 to 4K, you know?
The one across the street, the raffinery building?
That one was nice,
that one's sick, but they're trying to bring money into the city, and I get it, and the businesses appreciate that too. But it's like you kicked out a whole community to bring in another one, which is good. Like change is good, you know. But I give props to the people that actually stayed. You know, like the little street vendors or the people that sell like piggy banks and stuff like that. Like they got with it. They said, hey, you know, change is good. Let's invest in what we need to do, our licenses or whatever. And look at them now, dude. They're thriving.
Yeah.
So good for them.
Aaron told me he thinks a lot of the people that like were from this area are starting to move more towards Costa Mesa area.
It always seems that way, but it's always going to be, you know, changing.
Yeah.
But there's nothing like this. I mean, that's like saying, do I see a younger crowd here? I do, you know, but there's nothing like it here. The next place that's probably reminds me like this is like what, Huntington Beach, Main Street, or downtown Fullerton, maybe, or Garden Grove, like those areas, you know.
Yeah.
But Costa Mesa doesn't have its a downtown like this at all. It does not have it.
It's like completely suburban, I feel like.
I've lived there my entire life, and I could definitely tell you it does not have a downtown.
Well, they got that Northgate now.
That's not downtown. That's just one shopping center.
Yeah, I mean, that thing's huge, bro. Yeah.
But I mean, I'm glad to be here regardless. It was time for a change.
Yeah, honestly, this mat space we definitely appreciate. I'm kind of sad that the weights are gone, but that's okay.
You're probably the only people that use them.
Julio?
You and Julio. But like when we were transitioning into this new space, people would ask me, "Oh, I want to see it. How big is it?" And I'm like, "It's weird. We downsized in size, but we grew at the same time because at the old spot we had a room that was for bags and the ring, so it looked big. And then we had that weight area. It looked big, but we didn't really use it. Like as a class and as a whole community, we didn't really use it at all. The ring is cool. It's a great, you know, novelty item. We used it a handful of times, but it was just taking up too much space.
Yeah, I love the ring. I remember we wanted a ring for so long. For like the first 2 years, we didn't have a ring, and then we finally got it.
Yeah, we got it. And then, we used it for a bit, but then, like, it was not practical to have class. It's practical to do pad work. Like, towards the end, like, I just stopped doing pad work in it.
Yeah. I just like sparring in there.
Yeah. That's what it's good for. That's about it.
Yeah, that's what you need for, especially if you want, like, you know, fighters to fight in the ring. Yeah. You want to get the feel. But, yeah, man, downtown Santa Ana. Is the rent, like, astronomically higher than...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Crazy higher.
Yeah, it's crazy, too, because it's like what you said earlier, the facility is smaller. It's like we have more usable space, but as a whole, it's like a smaller facility, but it's more expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. But it's you get what you paid for. And I'm like, look at what we had before. It looked like a gym, right? You think in your mind, I'm gonna go to a boxing gym, and you don't think it's gonna look nice. It's gonna look like it's gonna smell like a boxing gym. It's gonna sound like a boxing gym. I'm not saying we lived in a dirty ass gym because we actually had a pretty clean, decent gym, but it looked like a gym. Here it looks like, I don't know, like an office with
yoga studio. That's what I think. That's what it looks like to me. Like like a dance studio or something.
Like a nice studio, but with killers in here.
Yeah.
But the whole thing, we're trying to make it look nice and practical at the same time. We're not even done with it. We still got a lot of stuff to do. Little by little, we're adding to it, but we kind of come to a stop to where we need to, because we need the building to take over and do their thing before we do the rest of ours. And it's a lot of money going out.
I know that's kind of like I mean, I don't do anything with the finances, but every time I just want the gym to succeed. So I'm like, damn, this place is expensive, and it's like you fucking paying for parking and shit. I'm like, I hope that we don't lose members over these little things.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we lost some members, but I figured we would, because we mostly lost like the little kids. Mm-hmm. The parents can't bring them anymore. The people that live like around the area, I kind of accounted that, but we're smart, man. I already had saved my money. I knew, because last time we talked, I was already planning on opening one. It was like 2 years ago.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, so I've been like thinking and saving, and this is more what I wanted to spend on, like $2,000 more than I was, but it had to happen, And we'll see the return, because look where we started, dude. We started from pretty much nothing. We outgrew the place, and it's crazy, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for the future, man. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully in the next couple months we'll start getting our guys in more competitions and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, we're already booked up for September. We got Drew's gonna be fighting. I just told him the 26th, and then we got Andres, we got Tony, we got what was fighting? Marissa is fighting, and then probably Nico again. So we have like that back to back. Mm-hmm. And then Julio is gonna be fighting hopefully October, November. Yeah. So I just do these last 2 months. It was like I was solely focused on this place, Mm-hmm. And the last month just literally killed me, sent me to the fucking hospital.
I can't believe you still scheduled fights towards the end of when we were moving, dude. I was like, damn, this guy's just trying to have a heart attack.
I kind of had to, because you cannot have a competition team and not compete. Luckily, I didn't take that all on myself. Like, I had Julio. People like you too. You'd hold pads and you helped me corner. Yeah. It's Julio ended up going to the Bay with Drew, so he took care of that. And then a lot of us stayed and did the PKBs with the guys here, which it's important to me because it's their first, go at it. So it's important for me to show up and be there. And they all did well.
I know. We were 4 and 5, I think, right?
Yeah. So they all did really, really good. Yeah. And that's what it's about. And then once I remember that day, the next day I was like, all right, I got to get back on it. Yeah, man, it's been a trip.
Yeah, I've heard it wrong. Actually, I don't know if you saw the podcast that I just published last. It was with the Tai Chi dude. He actually said something about the business aspect of like running a gym that I thought was important information for all business owners. But he was just telling me how he was like, it's better to have like people to rely on other things and just do what you're good at. He's like, if you're a coach or you want to be a coach and do the pad work and all that, he's like, stick to that and then bring someone in to handle the money or handle like the advertising. He's like, don't do everything yourself.
Because for sure, man. That's something that I had to kind of not learn. I had no choice, at the beginning, because I was by myself. I didn't have, Julio didn't know all the stuff he knows now. So at the same time, like, I was building my right-hand man as I'm trying to build the gym. Because before, did I have a team? Yeah, but it wasn't as structured as it is now. Me opening up the last spot was like a huge jump ahead for me and for Julio and for everybody, because I didn't have the knowledge on how to properly run a building. I know how to run a class. That's different, because I was renting space before. The place the brick and mortar place is already there. I just got to go in and go out. Not who's opening, who's closing, who's going to be at the front, who's going to be signing people up, making sure all the waivers signed up. But little by little, I had to learn that stuff. And then Eva was taking care of the kids, and Juan wasn't around yet because Juan still had his own job. So it was like I was by myself like the first couple of years. And then Juan came along and he helped me out. He stepped it up and he helped me kind of what you said. Who's going to run this? Who's going to do the advertisement? At the end, I still like doing the advertisement because I know kind of who and what not to post out there. I don't really advertise, if you notice.
Yeah, you do it like once a year or something.
Yeah, because a good thing, we were too packed at the other place that I had not advertised for like 3 years. Mm-hmm. So everything that was coming in is word of mouth. Mm-hmm. Word of mouth or reviews, word of mouth and reviews. But now here, I'm going to have the opportunity to kind of bring that back a little bit to advertise. And it's going to be an interesting thing because when do I pull the plug on advertisement? You know,
Yeah.
I had to before. I had to like kill the campaigns and stuff. Yeah.
They run for I think 2 weeks is kind of like the shortest period.
No, you could set them up for like a day or two.
Oh, you can do. I think you can do later.
No, yeah.
I think Google only does 2 weeks or something.
No, you could run it for an hour, 2, 3, 1 day, 2 days. But jumping back on this whole thing of structuring a business, now that the kids are grown up and Eva took a really big interest in making sure that the next place we had was for everybody, because we want to. I like when people come in, they're like, holy shit, because they're used to seeing the old, not run down. I don't want to say because our gym wasn't like that old look that our gym had, because it looked like a gym. People, as soon as those elevators open, they're like, what the fuck? It's like, holy
That's a vibe, dude. This elevator goes straight into the room. So when it opens, you're just on the mat space, pretty much, It's a cool vibe,
We're going to do something cool with the elevator. I want to do like decals on the doors.
Yeah.
That's going to be dope. I'll probably put like, I don't know, it's going to be cool. We're not done with this place, but it's like she took super like high priority and interest. She's here every day. Like, you guys think I'm here every day? It ain't me, dude. It's her. She drops off the kids at school. She comes here, spends all day running around like with other business people getting it done. She cleans, she mops, she throws the trash away. Like, she's a race. But she's here every day. So when she's like, hey, is it okay if I don't go to the gym today? I'm like, dude, you don't have to, because you'll burn yourself out. Like, I've been there, dude. You've seen it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm teaching her how to kind of, the guy's got this. Like, take a step back. And so she's slowly starting to understand that, and she's loving that whole vibe, because she wasn't a part of it. She didn't understand it because her priorities were with Jackson. Now that Jackson's like accelerating in his school and he's smart, dude. He taught himself how to read. Yeah. He has his own little room here where he's gonna do his therapies. So she brings him and he'll just chill in there playing video games and doing what he does. But like, she's getting to know everybody, understanding. And she's looking, she's like, you think I could teach one day? I'm like, hell yeah, you can. So that'd be cool. Mm-hmm. Little known fact, she actually knows how to crack pads really, really good. Yeah.
Well, I remember you told me in the last podcast that you met her at a different gym, right? When you were...
Yeah, well, where I was renting my first spot, that's where I already had known her from school. We grew up together, but that's kind of where we reunited. Mm-hmm. So we did like pad work and stuff, and I was like, okay, you're pretty good.
Pretty crazy. I mean, it's cool that she takes like a big approach or a big piece of the pie from you, because I just remember in the past, dude, when you were doing everything, dude, you get stressed out. I mean, remember that incident where you thought about, I mean, there's more than one, but the last one where you thought about closing the gym and all that.
Yeah, man.
Just overwhelmed with
It's very overwhelming. Like, people think that it's easy, like, oh, we're just going to open up a gym and people are going to show up. Like, it's not that, man. It takes a lot out of, especially me with like that I have a family. Like, it's different. When I was single, dude, I could do whatever the fuck I wanted. I could show up late. I didn't have to answer to anybody, because I started this single and it was easy. But now when I started putting kids in the mix and a wife and a job and bills and, that type of responsibility, people don't understand that it's like, hey, yeah, coach has a gym and he's there to teach us. But that's all they know. They don't know me outside of that. Mm-hmm. I still got to go home, put my kids to sleep, help them with homework, go to back to school nights, take them on field trips. It's hard, man. Having to deal with, making sure that all the bills are paid for the business, all the licenses, the taxes. It's a lot, man. Nobody could just be like, hey, I'm going to open up a gym. I want to open it there. It doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. Like, I wish it did, or else we would have had a badass gym a long ass time ago. Yeah. It's got to be zoned. You got to make sure that it's okay to do what you're doing with the neighbors. It took since January. We just opened, August? It took that long. Yeah, to make it happen.
We already have one hater downstairs too.
Oh yeah, I won't talk about it. But yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, we were, I had scouted a spot behind the building, the one over there where Ozzy's at right now, the 6,000 square foot place, the glass. That place was like my dream, right? So it was too good to be true. We go, the kids love it, Eva loves it, we get the paperwork signed, but little by little, they started kind of like not communicating with us.
Oh, was that the one that they were trying to sell or something?
Yeah.
Wait, so that jiu-jitsu spot, is it the same building too?
Yeah, it's at the bottom.
Do they know or no? They have to know, right?
Yeah, I told them, but he's in it for the ride. He's there already.
Started too late, right?
So we had seen that spot a couple years ago during COVID, so we were interested. We went back. And so they were still there, and everybody gave it thumbs up. Cool, we like it. It was huge, man. And so we put our bid in. They said, yeah. We didn't hear from them. Week 1, 2, 3, we're like, dude, like we didn't answer because we got to be out in a couple weeks. And I kid you not, that day that I told them, I'm like, hey, this is the day we got to go. That's the day they signed us the contract. And kind of to like, they're not going to read it. They're going to sign it. And so I looked at it and I'm reading it and I look at Juan. I'm like, dude, this makes no fucking sense. So I have a neighbor that's a lawyer, and I'm like, he looked at it. He's like, dude, don't sign it. And so luckily for me, that two guys at Good Days, they hooked me up with their realtor. So we hit him up and he's like, yeah, I'll help you guys out. Just know that if they don't want to pay me, you're going to have to pay me. So I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I already had accounted for that anyways. So he looked at it. He's like, this is a shitty ass fucking contract. Let me rework it. So he called him and he's like, hey, dude, like, we want this. We want you guys to explain to us what this is. And they're like, nope, it is what it is. I'm like, wait, so you're telling me that you're telling them that they have to bring that whole unit up to spec for the city inspection? They're like, yeah, that's unheard of, right? That means I have to fix all the shit so they can
sell it.
Pretty much sell it.
Yeah.
And they're like, why is it? It's like, oh, because we're selling in 2 years. Our contract there was only going to be for 2 years, which is unheard of because it takes a year to kind of get it started, and then a year to kind of turn a profit. And then for us to be like, all right, where are we going to go now? We got to start all over.
Well, they're trying to make it make you assume that it's like we're going to do 2 years, and then after 2 years we'll see.
But they weren't.
Yeah.
Dude, that I mean, like, it was a great floor plan. They made me get a blueprint, the whole floor. They told me, you got to blueprint it because we got to submit to the city so they could approve it. And my dumbass was like, okay. So I blueprinted the whole thing professionally. I got somebody to do it. And I turned it in. Well, it turns out that I just gave them a blueprint for them because they needed to turn in on every floor. So they just save themselves some money because they got a free blueprint.
One less floor to basically.
So I was like, what the fuck, dude? And there was exposed wiring, walls that weren't even there. They're supposed to be there. The elevator wasn't up to code, and I was responsible to do all that. Yeah. You know how expensive that was going to be? Yeah, man, it was crazy. And no wonder it was cheap. Like, I'm like, it's too good to be true. It was $2,000 less than what I'm paying here now. Sure. But at the end, it was going to cost me way more, So we pulled the plug on that. And luckily, I think I was online. I found this place. And so I asked a realtor to come show me. And we came and we're like, yeah, this is it.
Yep.
So then we just pushed it. And that took a while too. But, we got what we wanted. And it was awesome.
Yeah, I was sad to see the other gym go.
You were sad, man. I was like ecstatic.
So many memories there, man.
It's memories. Yeah. And then, people were asking me like, hey, are you sad? Are you sad? Like, I was for like a second. That's how my kids grew up there and all this stuff. And a lot of good memories, you're right. But like nobody saw the stuff that I had to deal with behind closed doors with the place.
Yeah, just stress.
Come on, dude. How many times did our AC break?
Oh, dude, I know. It never even worked good. Like,
I had to replace it. I had to replace it before I left.
They made you replace it? Why? Because they said you damaged it?
No, in the contract. You have to turn it in as a working unit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. So all those holes that you guys made, I guess we had to patch them up because I had the money invested in this. So whatever I had to do back on the other place, I had to do myself.
Yeah, you had to try to save as much as you can.
Yeah, man, because it's like, dude, from the mats to the bags that are coming, the tie pads, like all this. This place had a bunch of offices, so we had to tear all that stuff down. The kitchen got redone. Like, there's a lot of little things. Some sprinklers got taken out. It's a lot, plus licenses and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, I need to put it to where it's gonna count, not to where I'm just giving it away. Yeah. Because the other places just lost money. I had a patch, had to paint, I had to tear a lot of shit down, and
I know you did it mostly yourself. Every time I go by check it out, it was just you and Juan just taking it apart.
But it is what it is. The day I gave those keys back, I was like, thank fucking God. I was able to sleep. Yeah. I was sleeping like 3-4 hours a day for like a month straight.
Yeah, it seems stressful, man.
It is, man.
Yeah. We're here now, though. It's beautiful. Yeah. I've enjoyed the time here. I've enjoyed the fucking ability to spar every round. We used to not be able to spar every round, guys. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, but we were so limited on mat space that we could only have 10 groups, I think, at a time.
Max, and that's pushing it.
Yeah.
I had dropped it down to 9 groups.
9 groups. So only 18 people on the mats, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it was like a weird space. That was the problem.
Yeah,
dude. It was like a weird
It was too many walls. It was a T. Here, I think without even capping it out, the most we've had was 18 groups.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Like I remember counting, sitting here, and I was like, "Holy shit!" And people were still, having enough space to do spinning.
Yeah, I think because we were so used to not having a lot of mat space coming here, it's like everyone's just used to being in their own little when they're sparring,
which
or
is
hitting
good too,
pads, or
though.
just
You don't run around.
Yeah, dude. I was actually the other day. We were running some drill. Actually, no, it was last week. It was something. It was like a long combination that ended with like a step through kick or something, And I remember we were doing it, and I was like, "Wow, I haven't bumped into anyone yet." Because everyone's just doing a step through kick.
Yeah, we doubled up in mat space for sure. We went for like under 1,000. We were like shy at 1,000 to 2,000.
Yeah, that's cool. I like it, and I like the new mats too. I'm really appreciative of that. Finally got some good mats.
Dude, it was crazy. I wasn't here when they brought them up, but me and Eva moved them from there to here. I was like, I felt bad, man, because we had like 10, 15 people.
Yeah.
Bring them up from the bottom floor to the third floor up the staircase.
Those are fucked up staircase too. It's like a zigzag.
Yeah.
And then you got like the mats. They're gonna be like at least this big. So you got probably two people carrying these, and then they have to like try to work it up that zigzag.
Yeah, but they got it done in an hour. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. That was already another headache. How they showed up like a day late. So I got a question. So in our last interview, you were talking about Master Chai, and I wanted to ask more questions about him, but then we had other stuff. But I'm really curious to hear more about Master Chai. So I think you mentioned that he also did Screamo and stuff, right?
Yeah, he does a lot of other martial arts. With Guru Daniel Osato, he does stuff with him. Yeah, man, it's like a jack of all trades, dude. That's why like I encourage people to do other stuff too, not just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't want to say it's like MMA because it's not. It's like branch out into other creative martial arts.
Yeah, that's what I met the Tai Chi dude. I actually liked him because he does Kung Fu a lot and Tai Chi, but then he also did Jiu-Jitsu and he fought in Muay Thai once and stuff. I was just like, damn, this fool reminds me of like the old school martial artists. Like I feel like now when you think of like a modern martial artist, it's like they're doing like MMA or they're studying MMA, like Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, boxing separately, but it's basically like they're only doing the 4 pillars now. You know?
Yeah, they're doing the 3 basic what they see on TV or what they're sold on.
Yeah,
boxing, jits, or
wrestling.
Muay Thai or wrestling.
Yeah,
3 or 4.
Which are the most effective, dude? But I think that there's definitely value in trying the other martial arts, even if you're not going to do it like long term. But like even Kung Fu, bro, I see some sweeps from Kung Fu that I'm like, damn.
Anderson Silva did dabbled in some other stuff too. Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, this is a bad case.
Yeah, but it's all about what makes you move, how it makes you move. It's I don't think you're gonna apply it in let's say Tony Ferguson in MMA. He's not gonna apply the other martial arts he does, but he does apply it with the way he moves. Same thing with Anderson Silva. Like he didn't apply. What was he doing?
The hand traps. Remember Anderson Silva would do a lot of hand traps and the up kicks.
Yeah,
a lot of up kicks.
It's a movement, and he could see it, and he could work with it. But it's just how another way of seeing certain things. Not that you're gonna do it, but what you could do, or what's the possibility of something coming from that angle. Yeah, that's why it's important. Not because you're gonna go out there and like Tai Chi the shit out of somebody in a UFC fight, which.
Yeah, I think the most important thing you can take from other martial arts, it's like the fundamentals, like for example, like Kung Fu, at least for Wing Chun, their biggest thing is speed, and so they're always moving their hands in weird positions and they're trying to be fast with it. So it's like you can apply like maybe not the hand traps, but like trying to hit stuff faster, just trying to like be constant like pressure.
Well, look, if you're trying to hit something faster, you got to see it. Yeah. Right. So if anything, your ability to see things coming just became that much better because you have to see it. You can't hit what you can't see. So that's why I think like, dude, I have a Tai Chi book at home and I'm reading it, and I had it for a while because that really interested me too. But I wish I could learn every martial arts if I had time. But I like seeing how other people interpret body movement. It's all about body movement.
Yeah, Tai Chi is kind of a weird one because it's like all like, I always see people practice it, and I'm like, how practical could that be? But I don't know, bro. That Tai Chi dude said his first martial art was Tai Chi, and he got in a fight with someone on the streets, and he did it on him. Yeah. So I mean, I guess it worked, bro, for him.
Dude, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I did Tai Chi like a year and a half ago at my house. I ever brought somebody to my house to do Tai Chi with me.
Did you know?
I don't know what was the reason behind that. I want to say I was sick.
Yeah, it's supposed to make you feel better.
No, because I couldn't do anything. I think that's when I was gone from the gym for a while. And she's like, you need to do some sort of activity. And she's like, I hired this person who's going to give you a massage and we're going to do Tai Chi. And I'm like, sweet. Yeah, we did Tai Chi in my backyard.
It looks peaceful.
It was definitely peaceful.
Yeah.
And then Wing Chun, I have a book on that too.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool.
Everyone was fascinated by that one, man, because of Bruce Lee.
Well, yeah. Well, the story behind it was, what is it? What are the movies? Ip Man?
Ip Man, Ip Man.
I forgot what his actual name is, but that's Bruce Lee's actual
Sensei,
coach.
yeah.
It's Sensei. You know, and he took that and made it his own thing. And like that, dude, like that's the kind of martial art that people like hearing about, you know, like where it came from, how it moved and what it created and what was the outcome of it. Like, are there maybe the stories a little falsified or, you know,
glorified for sure.
Like this man took on like 100 people.
Yeah.
Makes cool stories.
Yeah, they said,
you know,
they talked that he did the kumite.
Yeah.
You know, it's the kumite is the karate thing where you fight 100 different men all, not at the same time, but it's like one after the other. And then in karate, if you beat them all, then I don't know, I guess you get some type of special belt or something. Yeah. But anyway, so that Ip Man guy, he wanted to test his kung fu against the Japanese, so they put him in a kumite.
Crazy.
How the fuck do you beat 100 men, bro? I don't even think that karate people can do that, bro.
I think that's fucking impossible, man.
You have to be fighting you'd have to be a black belt fighting white belts.
But you'd have to have crazy amounts of cardio.
Dude.
There's some people that can't even go 3 minutes. You're going to tell me you're going to fight 100 people?
Yeah, that's crazy. And they're all going to be fresh every single time?
Yeah, unless he's knocking everybody with one punch.
Yeah.
But that's impossible. There's no way.
How do you even find mat space to hold 100 people? Just waiting, you know?
Yeah, just a line, dude. One after another.
Yeah, so there's some stuff about Ip Man's cool. It's really fascinating movies. I'm sure there's some fact in those movies, I guess. I don't know how much of it, but I recommend everyone checking them out. They're in English, I think, too.
Yeah, they're in English. Macy loved those things. We sat down once a couple years back, and we just went right through them.
Yeah, they have like 5 of them now, dude.
Yeah, she loves martial arts movies.
Yeah, the old school kung fu shit. Or
yeah, well, no, like anything that has to do with martial arts, like she digs, like the Karate Kid movies. Mm-hmm. She loves. We just saw the last one, which was a little weird, but it was cool, I guess. Have you seen the last Karate Kid movie?
I saw like half of it.
Legends?
I checked out halfway through it. I was like, I wasn't feeling it.
Because the kid ends up coaching somebody, and it's like, I lost interest in it too.
It just doesn't have with the other ones.
No.
Especially that first Karate Kid. That one had like some to it, man. When the music would start, you know?
Like the original Karate Kid?
The original.
Oh, yeah, man. You can't beat originals.
I still play that soundtrack, dude. Whenever I'm trying to, you know.
Which Karate Kid was it when it's not a dude anymore, it's a girl? Is it Karate Kid 4?
I don't know, just stopped watching after like the second one, honestly.
I stopped watching it after the third.
Yeah, you held in there.
Yeah, I held in there. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm done.
I mean, dude, once they started doing the Kung Fu, I was like, it's not even karate anymore.
Yeah.
I don't get why they said that. I mean, I guess whatever, dude. But yeah, so back to Master Chai, though. You want to get in a little bit about him? Because, I mean, as I continue doing this podcast, I keep hearing people talk about him. And so I didn't realize like how big of an impact he had, at least in Orange County, until like
man. So Master Chai, there's obviously, you know, people have different stories, and you're not gonna hear the truth unless you hear it from the man himself. But from what I remember of him telling me and the group of people, and you know, of how all this thing started, was he started Muay Thai because I want to say of his uncle. His uncle's the one that taught him Muay Thai, and you know, he got really good at it. He had fights, but you know, he, like anybody, wanted something more. And so he came to the US, and his uncle's like, hey, you know, your job is to spread Muay Thai all over the world. So he came to the US. And then here's where I don't remember the whole story, but I do know some facts. He did train with the Dallas Cowboys. He taught them Muay Thai.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What?
He taught them Muay Thai. He came up to Cali, to Oregon, and you know, he taught little seminars here and there, and he started a following. People started following him, and you know, trying to learn from him, and he created the what before was called a Thai Boxing Association, TBA, but then somehow they lost some rights to the name, so now they call it WTBA, the World Thai Boxing Association. So we started doing a lot of little satellite places that would accredit you to become certified to teach Muay Thai from Thailand, you know, and he's all over the world, man. You know,
is that the same association that is around today? Like that's giving like the, 'cause you know how the Thai government's sending people out to make your gym like,
no,
oh, it's a whole different
dude.
thing.
There's so many places that do that. You
Mhm.
know, but no, it's totally different. He used that before all that.
Okay.
You know, he's coined as the Thai to bring Muay Thai to the U.S. and anybody recognizes his name. You know, his sister is married to one of my good friends and old coaches, Brian Popejoy. Uh, Tiki, that's his. I think she's the youngest of all the brothers and sisters, and so that's how I have a little bit more closer, knowing of his things that's happening right now. He's in Thailand, trying to recover, but I've been to a lot of his seminars, and when he's teaching, dude, he's fast. He's wicked fast.
Even still,
I haven't seen him
he's
in
like
years.
80 now, I think, right, or something.
I don't know how old he is, but
He looks
dude, I
old.
remember I was in the front and I had broken my collarbone and it was just healing. And he looks at me and he's like, "You just fought." I'm like, "Yeah." And my coach was there. He's win or lose. And I'm like, "I lost, but I broke my collarbone." And he looks at my coach and he's like, "Make him do push-ups."
Oh, the
And then,
collarbones, dude.
and I'm like, I look at my
Damn.
coach and I'm like, "My collarbone's not healed." He's like, "I'm sorry, man. You gotta do push-ups." He made me do push-ups in the corner because I lost my fight.
Yeah.
This guy is old school, man. So, but I love it because there is no people like that anymore. There's no people that hold you accountable anymore. And I am fucking doing push-ups with a busted ass collarbone, like in tears, and my coach is like, "You gotta finish them, dude. Like, don't make me look bad in front of him. You gotta finish." Because that's his coach. So here I am, fucking struggling, but I finished them. And then again, it was another seminar, and I'm standing in the front row, and he's "You think you're fast?" And I'm like, "That's a fucking wrong answer. You never say yeah." So I said no. He's like, "Okay." So he moves, and he comes back, and we're shadow boxing the front line, and just out of nowhere, dude, I just hear I felt a head kick. Boom!
Dang, you just head kick.
He head kicked me.
Wait, no,
And he's
no
like,
shin pads or what?
No shin. Dude, he's not gonna fucking wear shin pads. And he's like, "You're not fast." Yeah, he's like, "Okay." I'm like, dude, he's with me.
That's what I said. You're agreeing with me, man.
Yeah, dude. And then again, another one. This one, it wasn't me though, but I had taken one of my fighters.
Yeah.
And at that point, I think I had already earned her respect, so I didn't have to take the class. I was just standing on the sides. And he's like, "Is this your fighter?" I'm like, "Yup." I'm like, "He's three and something." He was like one of my best guys. And he goes up to him, and he's like, "You're a fighter?" He's like, "Yes, sir." He looks at him. He's like, "You got skinny legs." And then my guy looks at me, and I'm like, "Fuck." And he's like, "You're no fighter." Like, straight up, dude. And then the next day, like, this guy just doing nothing but fucking leg work.
Squats and
Yeah,
shit.
nothing but leg work. It was crazy.
I mean, that probably means he's not running enough, you know, or something.
Yeah, man. So like his one of his like little he loves magic tricks, man. One of his tricks is he holds this piece of paper. He has somebody to hold a piece of paper, and he has like 7 or 8 people standing around him. Like, "All right, if you guys can beat me to catch the paper," and then he gets ready, and he's like, "All right, I'm ready." And then he moves off the first person that moves. He'll move and he'll whoop. He takes it I've never seen somebody not take the paper from him.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. He's fast.
You said he got into Muay Thai because of his uncle. So was he doing some other martial art before Muay Thai?
I don't know. I think he wasn't doing anything.
Oh, okay. So how old do you think he was when he started training?
When he started trading, I have no idea, man. I want to say young because those, they start young out there.
Yeah, like fucking 9.
This would be a good
Like
question
8.
for his sister. Like, has his sister asking these questions? But no, man. I've seen him. It's weird. Okay, you know how I made that comment on Instagram about your coach was still paying for his crew certificate? So the first time I ever heard of anything like people getting awarded the okay, you're good enough to teach Muay Thai for me or under me was through him. But they don't do that anymore. Like his stuff, like man, his old school stuff is like, if you have a teaching credential under him, not anybody else, not one of his other associates, under him, you can earn that.
Yeah, it meant something.
It meant something because I got to see it live. So you had to spend like X amount of time with him. You had to go to his camps in Oregon. Like this guy has his own like Muay Thai camp, like in the fucking wilderness, where you're shadow boxing, kicking trees. Like he brought Thailand to Oregon. You know, you camp there, you do all. And then at the end, when you're ready to get your teaching certificate under him, he holds pads for you. But he's not just holding pads for you; he's making you work for it. Meaning, he's kicking the shit out of you, punching the shit out of you. I've seen people, you know, get their noses broken. Like it's he's straight up sparring you in the ring
with pads.
With pads when he could. Yeah. He can't do that anymore. But I want to say there's some old footage of him like doing that stuff, and it's like there's people like wanting to quit, but he doesn't let them quit. And at the end, it's like, okay, you earned it. It takes so much to get to that point. You know, he wants to see you do all these things. Before it was, you had to have X amount of fights. You had to, you know, be doing Muay Thai for X amount of years. Now it's like, oh yeah, you want to get a credential to teach Muay Thai? Give me $1,000 and take a 2-week course.
Yeah,
it's like
commercialized.
Definitely commercialized, but this was before there was even there isn't a grading system in Muay Thai. There isn't a belt ranking system. We've talked about this before. There isn't, you know, but he did that to spread Muay Thai and to make sure that what he's teaching you, you're going to teach it correctly wherever else you go. That's why he did it.
Yeah, it was pre-internet days.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Has it changed nowadays? Maybe, because he can't really do that anymore himself. You know, so that's kind of out of his hands. He's
old.
Past his time, man. You know, he's had a great idea. He started it. Look at him. He's known all over the world. But, you know, things change.
Yeah. It's actually interesting that you said that, because it had me thinking a lot of like what the Gracies did. So I'm wondering if like, because I don't know much about jiu-jitsu and their history, you know, so I kind of want to look into the dates of that. And I wonder if like how close they were. Because if they were like, because I know the Gracies, they took off in like the 80s, I think, right? Yeah. So Master Chai, when do you think he started all these seminars and stuff? You think that was around the 80s too?
Before that, man. We're talking 70s? Like 70s, yeah.
So I wonder if like he did that in America and like the Gracies just took the same model when they came over here.
No. So look, the way that's easy to explain through the Gracies. Like if you're ranked in jiu-jitsu, right? It's all about who you're affiliated with. So if you got a belt from a Gracie, you were a black belt under a Gracie, okay, that guy came from the best lineage of jiu-jitsu. I want to learn from him, right? So let's say you have a Joe Schmo down the street who got his black belt or made up his own black belt and started his own lineage, you know, and you got Joe Schmo. Oh, where'd you get your black belt? Oh, from Joe Schmo. Yeah, I don't want to learn from, because I know I've seen you guys at competition. I know what you produce. Mm-hmm. You know, that's kind of where it starts. You know, who you're associated with. That's the ranking system. They're family trees. In reality, that's what it is. They're family trees. Where did you get your black belt? Where did you get this from? It's kind of to keep tags on the thought process and the things you know. How good are they? You know, that's the jiu-jitsu side of it. But then you got like Taekwondo and karate and stuff like that, and I think that's lost its.
That's way more watered down now.
It's
and
lost its sting.
Taekwondo ex-practitioner, man.
It's lost its sting, because before, you know, even if you watch the Karate Kid movies, like the newer one, you see how there's this huge school in China, and they all wore the same logo, and they know where they come from. That's their school, you know. Now it's like you could go to, what is the number one karate school around here? Karate United States or something.
What's that, Z Karate or whatever? Remember we had a guy come in, that white guy? Z, something with the Z, but they're everywhere.
Yeah, the one with the little bonsai tree, right?
Yeah.
The little logo. Yeah, they're everywhere. At that point, it's like, how do you know that they didn't just, their coach just didn't pay a fee and got his belt, but doesn't know all the real stuff, you know? That's why
I think it is.
Ranking systems. Even I've seen it happen with jiu-jitsu too now. Because before you had like the main people, the Gracies, Machados, you know, you had those people. Now it's like, I don't know, man. There's just so many, you know, that I don't want to name them, name off gyms, because I don't want to get them butthurt. But There's just so many out there. People just make up their fucking names, and oh, here we are. Well, who'd you get your belt through? I don't know.
Something you never heard of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there like some going on right now with some billionaire?
What was that guy's name? He's like an investor, bro. It had me sad because Leona Machida was a part of that. What was that jiu-jitsu guy's name? I can't remember. The white guy. I like him a lot too. He has his own podcast. He's like Jake Shields.
Yeah.
Jake Shields was like, dude, all of his accomplishments came from jiu-jitsu when he was in Strikeforce. It's like his jiu-jitsu is what won him the fights. So when he gave that dude the black belt, I was like, damn. But at the end of the day, bro, it's like, I think people got to realize as a fighter, your income is limited. And it's like, if you got this rich guy and he's just like, I'm going to give you like 70, 80, who knows, X amount of money. I mean, fuck it, bro. It's just one time. Give him the black belt, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it's weird times. That's why I think it's hard, man, because we're talking about martial arts or you're talking about the sport. They're two different things. And I think that's why Muay Thai hasn't taken off the way it should be, because they're trying to make the sport the martial art. And it doesn't really mesh together very well, right? The martial art is what we do here. The sport is what we are trying to accomplish with the people that want to take it that far. We go and compete. But give me another organization that tries to bring the martial art into the sport. Muay Thai is the only one, and I'm not saying it's bad, because I love it. It's tradition. The white crew,
the big one. That's a big argument right now.
Doing the white crew, making it look like you're in Thailand, the Thai music, all that stuff. I get it. It's part of the martial art. It's beautiful. But it takes away from what people are there to see. They're there to see the sport, right? And I think the promotions are confused on what they want to put out there. I've been to promotions where every fight has a white crew. Every fight has to have, sealing the ring. I get it. It's important. But look at one. They don't do it. And they're the ones setting the bar now. Right. Although they have to mix it with MMA. They got Muay Thai with MMA gloves, and because people want to see that. They're thinking logically on how to do it right business-wise to make the sport grow. You get the sport up here, then that shines a spotlight on the martial art. It's what MMA did. That's like saying every section of martial art that you're good at, you're gonna do whatever ritual it is in the octagon. You're not. You don't have time for that. Now that, let's say, the Gracies came out and started, killing everybody in the UFC, choking people out. That sport shined light on what? On Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah. And then that blew up. You get a really good striker, and oh, what did that bring? Oh, they did Muay Thai. Oop, they shined a light on Muay Thai. Then Muay Thai started to simmer. But the problem with that was, again, you get the hardcore Muay Thai fanatics and, that want to bring Thailand to the show. It's not possible. You don't have the amount of time to do all that. It's beautiful, don't get me wrong, but we're not in Thailand. We can't do that. People in the US and everywhere else in the world, they want to see violence. They want to see entertainment. They want to see the lights, the shows, nobody wants to sit there and for 15 minutes, watch this beautiful dance being performed. But I think that's what's kind of hurting the sport too,
Yeah. A conversation that gets brought up a lot is about the growth of Muay Thai in the West, and I think a lot of the things you said have a lot of truth. Is like, we're not Thailand, we're in America, right? It's like Muay Thai is still developing and it's still like in its infancy. So it's like you have to, in order for the sport to grow, you're going to have to cater to that market. Just like how if you're in Thailand and you're an American promotion, you got to cater to the Thai market. You don't want to do things the way you do in America in Thailand or like in Southeast Asia. But yeah, one of the things is in America is like we don't like the white crew, right? It just takes too long. Tickets, and it's like they also got to factor in tickets are so expensive. Going to an event costs a lot of money. Is like as a client, you want the product to like resemble like the amount of money you're putting in. So if you're like, I'm paying $100 or whatever to go see the show, and it's like half of the show is just them dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like they're gonna be like, I'm gonna go to this other show. I'm gonna go watch MMA or I'm gonna go watch boxing.
It's fast. It's entertainment.
Exactly.
In and out. You're there to see your guy. They put on a good fight, and okay, Let's watch the next fight. It's Muay Thai. You keep saying Muay Thai. It's in its early stages. It's not, man.
Yeah.
Muay Thai has been here for a long time, longer than MMA, longer than Jiu-Jitsu. And we take a step forward, but we take 2 steps back. You know, we've had promotions that come in here and try to do it. We had, you know, Bukal fought in Long Beach back in like 2008 or 2009 for the MPL. Huge show. Huge show. It was a huge show in the UK, huge show all over the world. You know, Kevin Ross was supposed to fight in it. Yon Sin-Kao was supposed to fight in it. And where they fucked up was they thought that the U.S. market already knew what they were bringing. Zero promotion.
Yeah.
So they showed up to a big-ass, badass fight event.
No one was there?
Like 30, 40 people.
Oh, that's sad, bro. It's
That's
less
it.
than
Never
PKB,
came back.
bro. You know?
K1 came, did the same thing. K1 did a badass show. They did they started a reality TV show. They were going to take some fighters and, you know, they made them do all these things and pad work. They did them, I think they did them somewhere like in Steel Beach or something. On the boardwalk. I remember my friend Eddie was part of that from down in San Diego, and they were, you know, competing to win a contract for K1. And then they spent all this money doing on that. But when it came down to like the actual promotion of the fight itself, great promotion. Like the actual venue was sick, the lights, the fireworks, and all, it was great. Thing, nobody in there because they thought it's big all over the world, just not here. They canned it. Glory, same thing. Glory had a good run, but at the end, same. They couldn't bring in the audience.
Money.
They couldn't bring in the audience, and then they went bankrupt here. They went back overseas, and
they got sold like 5 times already.
Yeah,
I think they just
man.
got bought again. They put on 2 events so far, or I think this year, which were good events. They look, but they're just not over here. Can't have them here, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like fucking props to Dennis Warner because he stuck to his guns, and you know, if he's gonna run a Muay Thai fight, he runs a Muay Thai fight. Seal the ring. Okay, let's go. You know. Then you have I've been part of startup shows where they have the white crew, and I get it. Like, trust me, dude. There's nothing more beautiful to me than having tradition in the martial art and paying respects. And you see me, dude. When I walk out, I pay respects to the ring, to the people before me. You know, I bow, I say my prayers. I have my rituals, but it doesn't take me 20, 30 minutes to do it. By that time, my guy's probably already cooled off. The guy sitting across the ring, he's like, fuck, when are we going to fight? You know, it takes a lot of time.
The crowd gets bored.
Yeah, they get bored quick, man. And then we want the Muay Thai as a martial art to grow. We got to make the sport grow. You know, that's what I've seen since I've been doing this since 2004.
No, you got to trim the fat.
Yeah.
You got to trim the fat. And also, I like the clinch game, but if they stall out, you got to. That's what one started doing a lot of that is if you're just like hanging in and you're not like throwing active knees, then they start breaking up. Yeah. Which actually, Glory, I think, was the first motion that I can think of to start doing something like that, but they're more kickboxing.
Well, Glory was kickboxing. They didn't really allow clinching.
They switched it to like you could get like I think 3 seconds or 3 knees, and then they break it after like towards the end of their career, or not career, but promotion, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's going to take time. It's hard with competing with the UFC. That's what it comes down to. Everyone watches the UFC, you know. I don't know.
We just need, we honestly, dude, we just need one championship to do more shows here.
Yeah, that would help. They canceled 2 already out here, though. Yeah. They've been doing bad financially. I've been paying attention to that just because of the show. It's like I talk about stuff like that. But one of the things I read was the reason they've been doing less MMA is because it costs more money to pay MMA fighters. So that's they've been doing a lot of just Muay Thai because they do it at that stadium in Thailand. Which stadium is it? It's not Raj. It's a smaller stadium that's out in the boonies or whatever. And so they pay less to have their shows, and then they can also pay Thai fighters less money. Yeah. So they've been struggling financially. Yeah.
I know they're gonna. Jackie's fighting in September for them, and he's been out almost gonna be a year, dude. You know, and Edgar hasn't fought, and he's still got 2 fights under them. And they kind of shelved them for right now.
That's the other thing people have been talking about. They've actually, a couple fighters have gone over to the UFC. Ritter is a big one. And he said he left one because they just weren't giving him any fights. Like, he wasn't even getting 2 fights a year. And he was their champion at the time when he left. So I've been hearing.
Well, from what I heard was they went on a hiring binge. Like, they just stopped bringing in a shitload of fighters. Then they realized they couldn't fit them all anywhere. So they started letting a lot of them go. And it's like, okay, when are you going to, you know? That's weird though, man, that you can't get your champion to fight.
Yeah, they couldn't get Rainer couldn't get any fights, so that's why he left the UFC, and he's been doing really good. I think he's undefeated right now. He's had 3 fights, I believe, in the UFC. So obviously, it wasn't because he didn't have the skills. I mean, he was a champion. He's he's still winning over here. I think it's sad. I liked one. I think they might go away soon.
I don't think they'll go anywhere, man. They have a big following, believe it or not. Maybe to our eyes they don't, but all over the world they do. A lot of people watch them.
I just think it's so expensive running these shows, man. It's kind of
and I think that's one of the reasons why they're still out there. It's probably more affordable for them to run a big show like that because he's giving out, pretty good bonuses, man.
I know, crazy.
And he's paying them very well. The UFC's just did it right the first time, and now they just signed a new deal with somebody, right?
Yeah, they just did a deal with Paramount, so it's gonna Originally, they said all their UFCs would be under Paramount, but then Dana White just put out a statement saying he's still willing to do some pay-per-view fights if they're good, which just aligned their pockets.
Of course. But yeah.
We'll see what's up with that. Actually, we brought something up that you reminded me earlier. We were having a conversation about the reality show for, I think you said K1, right?
Uh-huh.
I heard about a year or two ago they were doing a reality show. It was like I think it was going to be a dating show for fighters, and then it never materialized. But the person that told me about it, I don't want to say their name because I don't know if I'm allowed to, but they were like being a part of it, like not on the show, but they're putting it together. And so they're pulling fighters from she said WCK and these other promotions from around California specifically,
I don't know that.
Yeah, it never even is gone. I don't know.
There's been a lot of reality TV show on fighting before the whole Ultimate Fighter thing.
Yeah.
There was what was it called? It was an Oxygen channel. It was like an all-female fighting. Yeah.
That's
and it was
tight.
Master Toddy. Yeah. This is where Gina Carano came from. Gina Carano.
She came from that show?
Yeah. Felicia Herrig. Well, that's where Gina Carano ended up going to Master Toddy. Who else was there? I think Miriam Nakamoto in there? Anyways, I think it was called Fight Girls. It was in the 2000s, dude. And so Master Toddy it was pretty much like the Ultimate Fighter. So the Ultimate Fighter low-key took their idea.
That for sure.
It was a house full of girls, and he would train them. And then, they would do their little thing, and then he would take them to Thailand to fight.
Oh, wait, I think I saw some clips of that on YouTube. Yeah, I think I've seen some clips of that.
Yeah. And it was cool, man. They got down. That's how I got introduced to Gina Carano.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, dude, these girls are fucking badass. Yeah. And then there was another one. It was called, what was it called? But it was a men's version. Where was that show on? They did two versions of that one. That's where Kit Cope was in it. I don't even know who Kit Cope is. Do you remember watching the True Life on MTV?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he the Muay Thai guy?
Yeah. He was one of them. Not that there were two guys. There was two. DJ one, and there was another dude. That was Kit Cope. So he ended up being a douchebag, anyways. But he was on that show. I think. John Wayne Parr was on that part of that reality TV show.
Way, what?
John Wayne Parr, Yonson Clay. Was it Kit Cope? Anyway, there was a big Muay Thai fighters, and they all the same thing, same concept. They all got to fight at the end. They fight the non-Thai guys fought the Thai guys.
Yeah.
And I think John Wayne Parr win the whole thing, or he made it to the finals? But yeah, John Wayne Parr was one of the top guys. But I think Yonson Clay won.
Yeah, well, Yonson Clay. They fought twice actually. I think both times Yonson Clay won. But they're very close fights. I think Yonson Clay didn't. When he fought John Wayne Parr, I think he didn't take him seriously because the first round he got fucking smacked up, dude.
I gotta see them fight at Pachanga. I saw John Wayne Parr fight Cosmo Alexander at Pachanga, and I gotta see Yonson Clay fight in Vegas twice.
I love Yonson Clay, man.
Dude.
I got to meet him. I remember last year. That was so cool. He was so humble too. I was like, man, I wish I could speak Thai.
That was Andre's favorite fighter.
It's totally tough in the style, bro. I mean, I was so glad when I met Yonson Clay because I was like, you look up to someone and then you meet him and you're like, damn, he's a cool guy. Sanchai too. Sanchai was super cool.
The first time I saw Sanchai, I saw him fight Kevin Ross.
Yeah.
At where was this? What's the casino in LA? Commerce Casino.
Commerce. Yeah.
I remember being there, dude. I was like, this is not fucking happening right now. Holy shit, that was a badass fight.
That seems like a small venue for that name too. Was he not known out here or something?
What?
Sanchai?
Dude, back in the days, nobody knew anybody. Only if you knew Muay Thai. And we're talking about you're looking at these people through magazines. And then, it wasn't the YouTube wasn't that big, so you just hear about it, and to see Kevin Ross fight Sanchai, dude. I remember Sanchai ended up doing the cartwheel kick on him, and Kevin Ross did it back, and he actually landed it. And I was like, what the fuck? And like, nobody's Sanchai. It was a fucking close fight.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm assuming Sanchai won.
Yeah.
I gotta look that fight up.
But
That
it was
sounds like an interesting fight.
really close. You look at the fight and you're like, it could have gone either way.
Yeah. Shout out Kevin Ross. What's up with that guy? You still talk to him?
Yeah. He's in Montana now.
Yeah, I think last time I saw him on an interview, he was talking about he was gonna move to the Wilt Woods or something.
Yeah. Yeah, he went off the grid. Like, dude, that he's living the life right now, man. Good for him.
Yeah, after what happened with Gina Carano, I feel like they kind of wanted to escape in society for a little bit.
Yeah.
If people don't know, what happened was she was working with Disney, and then they accused her of being anti-LGBTQ or some shit. Because she posted there's this trend going on.
I thought it was the whole COVID thing. I will not comply because they wanted her to get vaccinated. And she's like, fuck no.
Yeah, there's that too. But I remember one of the complaints was, so there was a time on Instagram where people were putting their pronouns in their bio.
Mm-hmm.
And so she put a question mark or something, just being funny, and people took it as her oh, she hates trans people. And so I guess Disney, along with the COVID thing, she was just too conservative, I guess, for Disney. They ended up firing her, which is illegal the way they did it. But they fired her. They pulled all of her toys that they made for her. She ended up suing. Elon Musk gave her money.
Yeah.
And she ends up winning the court case. So she might come back to be in Star Wars again. I don't know. But it was a whole ordeal. And then I've never met Gina Carano, but I've watched her fight a lot. And I've seen her interviews. She seems like a very nice person, people were just hating on her, and I think she just didn't like it, so she just was like, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'm just gonna get off social media."
They did their own thing. They got off the grid, bro. The last time I actually saw him was he stopped by my work, and they were making their way from Arizona, but they came to LA to pick some stuff up. And he stopped by my job, and we chatted up a little bit. And he was like, "Yeah, they were on our way to Montana. They went from LA, Arizona, all the way to Montana. Now they have this badass ranch with horses and." I don't know if you've seen him post. He posts himself in the barn. That's dope. Dude.
Yeah, it's crazy how I wouldn't expect, because isn't he from Vegas or something, right? Was he born in Vegas?
I don't think he was born in Vegas. Where was he born? Somewhere in the Midwest too. But then he ended up.
Oh, so he's from there.
Growing up in Vegas. Yeah.
I thought he was a Vegas native, so that's all. It's it's kind of a crazy jump from Vegas to Vegas.
He went from Vegas to the Bay to SoCal, and from SoCal. He went from Arizona while they were doing their thing, and then now they're up there, dude.
That's good.
And it's cool. It's cool, man. It's glad. It's a lot of people don't think about what am I gonna do after fighting. If that's all you've worked for in your life, what am I gonna do after fighting? And I think he found his niche of just helping people. That's fucking cool. He's really good at art. That guy could have become an artist and made a living off of that. He actually went to school to become an artist.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I don't know that about him.
Yeah. Do you ever see that painting that I have with the face?
A clown one or something? It's a clown.
It's not a clown. It's a guy smoking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he gave me that. Yeah, he painted it. It's 1 out of 1. It
kind of looks like your style, though. Don't you kind of draw some similar style?
Dude, I haven't painted in a while, but yeah.
Yeah.
He's a talented individual.
That's interesting.
And then Joe Schilling moved to Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was running some promotions out there, so it kind of makes sense.
Yeah. Well, he did it more because he was tired of all the bullshit here, man.
Everyone knocked out that dude.
Yeah, he Joe. But no, he left because he was over the politics, man. They had this shit happened with some stuff, but he was just over it, man. It's like the cops are a fucking joke. He's like, it's stupid to live here in a place, and because he used to live down the street from where I work now. And his sons are fucking badass, dude. His oldest son is he got his license to fly planes.
Yeah.
Little Joe. Oh, these are fucking stud, bro.
How old is his kids?
Dude, I don't even know, but I think Joe Jr. is maybe 19, if not 20. He's big.
Yeah.
But man, the kid's fucking smart. When I would help him and teach him about cars and then all the electrical shit, he took it in here and he's like, okay. Before I know it, he's building his fucking dad a car. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I gifted him my tools that I had left, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna put them more to use than I am.
Yeah.
And then his son Jax, he's taking over how Joe is, dude. He wants scrap.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. I was like, are any of them like competing or anything?
Yeah. Jax is his youngest boy. He's killing it, man. And that's one of the things for Joe too was like, look, man, he's like, I know I have all my friends out there that fight. You know, we have access to all the great fight gyms and teams out there. He's like, it's good for Jax. And yeah, dude, he's out there and he's got hands, man. He's been doing more boxing training lately, but he comes out here to compete. He comes out here for like the Cali kids and all that stuff. Yeah, he's been killing it, man.
Yeah, that's the thing about California is it sucks being out here, but it's like if you're gonna like we have an abundance of gyms, we have an abundance of promotions to fight for. I went to the Fit Expo. I had a friend competed at the Fit Expo, so I went to go check all that out. But while I was out there, I met this dude that's from Chicago, and he came to compete at a PKB because they just don't have that stuff. He's like, we have underground street fighting, and he's like, but it's not like organized, and it's like you're just kind of there's no ref, there's no like real doctor, so you can get hurt, like seriously injured. You know, he's like, this is more safer, and he's like, I feel like this is like a better way to get into your pro.
All over here.
No team, no. Actually, you know what? I gotta give it up to because what's that guy's Anthony from Garden Grove Muay Thai? Mm-hmm. That dude actually cornered him. He met him there, right? And he just was like, oh shit. He's like, I'll help you out. He's like, I have 2 guys fighting, so as soon as they're done, I'll come corner you and stuff. It's kind of cool. So that's what I like to see stuff like that in the community. You know, you just meet. I mean, even Julio's done that for some guy. I remember he met some guy that was like from the valley or something. Yeah. Showed up by himself and he cornered him.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we've been in spots like that. Like, I used to do that. That's kind of how I got in good with Brian. You know, because I was at the point where when I was fighting, like if I couldn't train with my coach or my coach couldn't train with me, as long as I got the okay from him for me to fight and do my own thing, I wasn't training with anybody else. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care if you're the best coach in the world, but if my coach says no, I'm not going to do it. So I was wrapping my own hands. I would have a friend just corner me because I didn't want to, in my mind, you know, and I still to this day don't want to disrespect that man until I met Ryan Povichor. We started chopping it up. And he's like, oh, we're from the same area. Who did you train under? And I told him, he's like, oh, dude, you know, that's a really good friend. And I reached out to my coach, like, oh, yeah, dude. He's like, you should train with him. That's all I needed to know. You know, the rest is history, man.
Do you feel like that's kind of like a common thread in your life is just doing everything yourself?
Yes.
Dude, maybe, you know, you should learn.
No, I mean, I have learned.
Learn to let things go,
The best experiences have come from me doing them myself.
Yeah.
Because it's weird, man. It's not that I don't like people telling me what to do. Is I really take people's opinions and knowledge very, you know, personal. So if I think that you have nothing to offer me, I'm just going to hear and out the other, dude. Because I'm not stupid. You know, I've made it this far in life to where I'm at now. And I know how to see bullshitters from a mile away. I've ran into so many people that try to sell me snake oil. And I'm like, all right. Yeah, you're no good for me. Fuck, man. If I could have $1 for every person that's trying to fuck me over in my life,
here in California. But I just feel like that's a common thing with men, though, dude. I feel like most men don't like to. I mean, everyone here knows the story that men don't like to ask for help, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I gotta try not to be like that. I mean, like all this I keep doing by myself, dude. You know?
Well, because look, I think
just made me think of something.
I think it's you feel some sort of like accomplishment when you do something yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad thing, you know. You're just good at problem solving on your own. There's some people that do need help, and that will be like, "Oh, dude, you know, can you help me with this?" I think. Have you ever taken those tests where they tell you you're good at? I'm always for some, and I'm not trying to fucking toot my own horn, but I always come out as a leader.
Yes.
I can't, dude. I cannot not be a leader.
Yeah.
I do it at work, you know. So, and I just naturally fit this role. Like I've never been a person to follow something. It's always I got to be leading the pack. It's always been that way, and I was never given that. Like it's always put that way in front of me, you know, from work. Yeah. Like when I first started working at where I work now, you know, I'm like, and my mindset is like, I need to make money to put food on the table. Nothing else around that is going to stop me from doing that. So first day at work, I killed it. I literally I finished everybody's job that was supposed to do and made it my own. So I made enemies, but in the boss's eyes, I was like, holy shit, this guy's good. 2 weeks later, I'm in charge.
Damn, right? 2 weeks later?
Yeah, man.
Like,
yeah,
actually?
Yeah.
What?
it's crazy because, and that's how it's been all my life. Like, I'm here to excel. You know, teach me once, and I'm gonna can make it better. You know, I'm grateful to be in the position where I'm at now in my job, that I could literally just look at something and give a direction on how to do a certain task, and they do it because I'm there to make them money, and if they make money, they make me money, right? So it's always been like that, man. You know, so it's not that I don't like asking for help. It's just I already know what to do.
It's hard. Yeah, I gotta get used to it though, man. I think, I mean, I was blessed because I grew up with 5 sisters. My mom raised me and shit, so it's like they showed me, like, you know, it's good to ask for help and stuff. But even then, dude, it's still like, I still like to do things myself. I think mostly though, it's like trust issues. I don't trust you're gonna do it right. Yes. You know what I mean? It's like, I know I'm gonna do it the right way because this is how I like to do it, you know? So it's like, I have to rely on someone else. It's hard.
You see, like you grew up with sisters and stuff like that. I grew up by myself. Like, I had no choice. I had to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have somebody to help me with something. Like, my dad didn't help. Like, it had to be me. Like, I had to do it myself, you know? It's and I learned to just trust myself. But I get it. I know where you're coming from. Like, you need to kind of like let other people help you out. And the only other person that I trust right now is my wife.
She's doing a great job though.
No, dude, she's killing it. Yeah. And it was hard for me to kind of like, okay, I'll let you take over doing certain things. But look, man, she made shit happen. Yeah, you know, bro. She made a lot of things happen here. Doing this little plant right here.
Hey, it's been alive, dude.
Dude, you kept that shit alive.
For a while, I know, right? So I haven't been watering lately. I've been trying to test not watering it for like a long time because people said I was overwatering it. So I'm gonna see, dude.
Different temperatures here. It's not as hot.
It's cooler here, yeah. And actually, this spot is perfect because it gets just enough sunlight. Like, the sun moves, it's not going to be directly in front of it the whole day. So I think this is a perfect spot for it. I don't know if you guys did that on purpose or if it just worked out that way.
I think it just worked out that way. Yeah, you put it there.
That was the other problem because we used to have this in front of the glass door. Yeah, and I think it was getting way too much sunlight, and that's why the ends are getting crispy. Danny's been loving it at my crib. I fed him 3 times 2 weeks ago, and then this time I fed him 3 times again. And he's been
probably the same concept too, dude. It's not in front of the glass anymore.
The glass and the noise, I think, because it's the vibrations really fuck with them.
Yeah, well, that whole building was just vibrating everywhere because of all the, you know, the running. Here, we don't really vibrate. I mean, we don't hear it. They probably do downstairs. Yeah, so I was looking into it. Apparently, the way they hunt is like they don't really see really good. It's you know how he lays the web on the bottom? It's like he'll feel the vibration on the web and then to go eat something, you know. So I think he wasn't making the web because there was too much vibration everywhere, and so he was like, he just felt too like he didn't need to make it because everything was always moving, and then I think it also fucked him because he always felt like something was there, you know. I think that's why I was always hiding in the burrow. But lately, he webbed the bottom. It's cool, dude. If I go put in water, he runs at it. He tries to attack it. Oh shit.
Like gnarly right now, dude.
He's aggressive, huh? I ain't touching that.
Nah, dude, how about he's in mating season too, so I think he's like extra aggressive. Actually, the other day I tried to feed him. I gave him I had chopsticks, and he was like so like excited to eat or whatever. He like jumped over the chopstick. He bit the chopstick. Yeah, he beat himself up, bro. He bit the chopstick and then he ran away.
Has he molted it?
Not yet. I should be. I have pictures of his last molt, so it's at once every 6 months.
Yeah, because we were there at the gym and you can see his fucking fangs. I think you took him out and you showed me his fangs.
They're gnarly, dude. Dude, I had a friend over and he was looking at it and he's like, "What? He's got 7 or 9 legs," and I was like, "That's not his 9th leg. That's his
fangs."
Those are his fangs, bro. They're so long. They're like little arms. I don't know what else to ask you. I feel like we went through a lot.
It's weird. You and I just have conversations like randomly in the gym. You're like, we should talk about that next time.
I know.
But then when we're here, you got nothing to talk about, man.
It's hard. I wish I could just set a camera up, dude, just every day and just let it run. The best questions I feel like just come when we're just shooting the shit because you'll tell me something and then I'll be like, wait a minute, and then I'll start asking you about this other thing. Like the Master Chai thing, dude, it was crazy because once you started, because I never really, like, I've heard you say his name, but it didn't make a big impact on me, you know, until we had that interview and you kind of like went more about him. But I met some dude that he opened up a gym in Riverside and he talked about Master Chai, and some dude that I just met him at a PKB and I was like, what the fuck, bro? So it started making me think more about him, and I started kind of like paying attention to what other people were saying, and they mentioned his name a lot more. It's interesting that you said that he brought Muay Thai to America, though, because on the internet it'll say that Chang Sing Grip brought Muay Thai to America. Yeah,
there's, like I said, you could ask anybody, and everybody will say different. But he's. I'll stick to that story instead. It sounds better.
You know who Chang Sing Grip is, though, right? The guy that fought Duke Rufus, or no, Rick Rufus. He fought the older brother.
The one with they had like a bra because of the illegal kicks or something.
I don't remember if it was illegal kicks, but he got his jaw broken in the first round, and then he ended up winning off of low kicks. Oh yeah, it was it was the low kicks. They got all butthurt.
Yeah.
That's not real fighting.
Yeah.
That's what his brother said.
Yeah, dude. I haven't ever seen that fight. I think we were talking about it last time. Nah, man, like it's the story of like Muay Thai in the US is amazing. You know, I think I talked to you last time. Like, did you know there was a Fairtex headquarters in Arizona?
I wrote that down. That's a story I want.
He's the one that brought all those ties to Arizona, to Phoenix.
Yeah, let me write this down.
Brian Popichuk actually went there to get certified in that as well.
His name was what? Brian?
Bob Carmel.
Oh, Bob Carmel. Sorry.
Yeah.
I've been.
He's like the godfather of Muay Thai in Arizona.
I've been doing my research on it. See, it's just whenever I have
so
some time,
that's the guy I would fight for. His promotions. When I would go to Arizona, me and Brian, we would go over there, and that's where we met.
Yeah.
You know, he gave me lots of years of good experiences. You know, fighting under him. It was badass. It was really. That's why I used to go to Arizona a lot. Arizona is very special to me. It gave me my edge and the ability to try shit out that I don't know where else I would try. You know, like the mirror drill. That's where I came from. At his show, I lost. I won. You know, we fought in gymnasiums. We fought in a badass of events. Fought outside. So it was good, man.
Yeah. I've been interviewing some fighters that they came from the Bay, and they will mention some of these gyms that were connected to the guys that left the Fairtex. Started Fairtex gym.
So once that whole thing kind of fell apart, I don't know the whole story. I would really like to know the whole story on why that whole Fairtex team fell apart. That whole school it was called, I forgot, it was Fairtex USA, like college or something like that. And all like the main Thai guys that are here in the US kind of just split up. Some of them went up to NorCal, and they started another one there, and then they split up. You know, and then some to Texas, some to the East Coast, and then pretty much it, man.
So from the research I did, I read that some guy in Thailand had basically wanted to start bringing Muay Thai to the United States. So he took like 6 or 8 fighters, and the government it was headed by the actual Thai government. They paid for all this through Fairtex, and they just basically sent the fighters to the United States, and they opened up the Fairtex in Arizona, and it was all funded by the government in Thailand. Mm-hmm. But I think that they just weren't getting the return on that, and so they wanted to keep the project going, but then they just kind of sent them to the United States and kind of like downsized the gym. And I think I don't know exactly what else happened, but then they ran it. They had 2 more in San Francisco. They had one somewhere, and then they moved it again. And then after the second time they moved it, there's 5 guys left, and they kind of started their own gym in the Bay. I can't remember. One's a big one. One's a super popular one that I can't remember the name of it. Jongsanan, I think, is one of the guys that came from there.
He was part of that. Woodman Toon.
Yeah.
You know, he was there. Yeah, man, it's like a big fucking history.
I want to talk to those guys, dude. Actually, you know Ezra. You know who Ezra is from NorCal? He has his own gym. I actually told him about. I talked to him online sometimes, and I'm like, dude, you live so much closer. I was like, you should chase the story because I feel like it needs to be said, and I don't know if I'm ever gonna get to it. You know?
Yeah, man, he's a cool guy. That's my boy.
Dude, I love that guy. He was actually cool about it too, because he's like, nah, man. He's like, it's cool. He's like, that's your thing. Just you do it when you have time, you know. But yeah, I talked to him because I watch his show, dude, and I feel like it's way more. I feel like it's better than mine, bro. So I hit him up, and I'm like, yo, how can I change this or that? You know, he's a super cool guy. He started refereeing too recently, or not judging. I think he started judging.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I see him judge some events. It's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, he seems like very intelligent too when it comes to Muay Thai.
He is.
Yeah. But I really want to get that story down. That Fairtex story.
There's a lot of stories out there, man. You just gotta find the right one. But dude, that Fairtex one, that one's interesting. Let me see. We talked about another one too. You should find out about Muay Thai in Mexico. Dude,
I have no idea of Muay Thai in Mexico. When I went to Mexico, there was barely any Muay Thai from where my mom's from, in Chihuahua.
It's actually been there longer than in the U.S.
Yeah? They send people out there first?
Well, no. They don't send people out there. You really think about it, right? If you're trying to escape a country and you can't do it legally, you're either going to come from the north or from the south. So it's easier to go to Mexico and then go up and try to smuggle your way into the U.S. That's why where we're from, there's a lot of heavy Asian population because they couldn't make it across the border, so they just stayed there. You know, and I don't know if that's the truth, but I would think that's why. Maybe a bunch of Thai people came and they couldn't get through, or they got deported to Mexico, or they just stayed there, and that's where Muay Thai came from.
Yeah.
You know?
Huh. That's interesting. Do you know of any gyms that came from that time?
Look up Duso Cruz.
Duso Cruz. Dusa. I'm write that down. Sorry.
Tuzo. He fought
Tusa.
he fought in one.
Yeah. Tusa Cruz. Yeah, these are cool stories, bro. I think the future of this podcast, I'm gonna try to go more into like those type, like documentary type interviews. I mean, I like just chit chat and stuff, but I'm like, dude, I want to actually have like an impact on stuff, you know?
Yeah, man, it's cool. It's cool to kind of figure out like where certain things are navigating from, because it's like the evolution of human, dude. Like we started in one spot and slowly started like going elsewhere, and now we got humans on this part of the world, and it's same thing. Like you got to trace your Muay Thai. Like how did it end up over here? Like how the you know? Well, who brought it over here?
You know what I think of is like, you know how detectives have that board and it's got like the main perp, and then he's got like all the lines going to the henchman and stuff. That's how I feel like it is with like these stories. I'm like, all right, this comes from here. And then there's this guy that did this.
And that's why we go back to the thing. It's lineage is important, man.
Yeah.
You know, I like that whatever. Let's call it a grading system. There's a grading system, but it's got to have something behind it. You know, you can't just one day as a business owner be like, hey, you know what? Let's just fucking charge people and make them grade for whatever reason. Like if you have nothing behind it, it means nothing.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have a grading system, but just know that where our Muay Thai comes, and I'm fucking vocal about it. These are the 3 people that helped me out in my life, and those are really 3 huge people. You know, from there on, if you want to say that you fall under that category, cool. If not, then it's okay. You know, I'm proud to be part of the Master Chai lineage. I'm proud to be part of the, Brian Dobler lineage. I'm proud to be part of the Brian Popejoy lineage. Those are my 3 pillars, dude. You know?
Were you the one that posted that tree? It had like Master Chai and then your gym. I think it was you, right? It was your gym and then Popejoy. The dude from Dobler, I think, was on there too. Then I think I saw Pena on there. Chris Pena, was that you that posted that?
Maybe.
I think Pena was on. Yeah. Is Pena? And then I think I saw another gym that was started from one of your guys. You got 2, right? Didn't you have Pena and someone else?
Right now, active? No, just Pena.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. Is there someone that's actually keeping track of all those, and then like the gyms that Popejoy started and all that? Or
there used to be something online that kind of somebody was trying to do the lineage of that, and I think I want to do something here like that. You know, like start like a little tree.
Yeah, dude, that'd be interesting to do. And then if you could get involved with like all the other gyms to have like a website where everyone can. Yeah. That'd be kind of cool. I feel like that'd be. Yeah,
it should be because guess what? Jiu-jitsu does that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
You can follow it the whole way through.
Yeah.
You know, and it's cool, man, because you get to learn where you came from and maybe find out the truth. Maybe your gym ain't the shit. Yeah. You know, talking about this is a weird subject for you. Would you ever train with somebody that's never fought?
I'd have to check them out. I'd have to do personal.
What if you have?
What if I have trained under someone that never fought? I mean, as long as they teach good, then I don't really care. You know?
How do you know what they're teaching?
I'd have to try it, dude. I'd have to go take their class and try to apply their skills. You know what I mean?
In my personal opinion, I can't trust somebody that's never done it. I can't. If somebody has never punched somebody in the face or has put on a boxing glove or thrown a knee in a fight under that kind of pressure, I don't think I could take somebody seriously. That would be like, hey, you know what? When you're in the ring, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to turn around at you and be like, what do you mean? Yeah. When you're in the ring, man, you've never been in the ring. And I know so many people like that.
Yeah. I try to be open-minded with things. So that's why I'd be like, maybe he just studied really well. I don't know.
I can't, man. Yeah. I can't. That's like taking a diving instruction from a person that doesn't know how to swim. Now, don't get me wrong. A great fighter isn't going to be the best coach, right? But I think you have to have some sort of ring experience. Yeah. And I think that's going back to the whole getting certified to teach. That was part of, Master Chai's thing. Like you had to fight. Mm-hmm. How the hell are you going to be teaching somebody a ring sport when you've never been in the ring, been under that pressure? It's fucking. And trust me, dude, there's a lot of gyms out there that have that same thing, and it blows my mind how somebody could be leading these group of people into like competition like this, and it's weird. I don't know, man. I don't like it.
You see a lot, but that's why I think it's important to be proud of your lineage. And as like a owner, or like as a coach, head coach, it's like you got to let people know like this is where we come from. So then when they go to other gyms, every coach should be able to sit there and have a picture of who started their tradition, their style. You know what I mean? And so when you go to fight and compete with another gym, you should be able to be like, oh, this is like Oyama's. This is their main guy that brought their gym was this guy. He fought my main guy a long time ago or whatever. They used to be friends.
Do you think Oyama fought?
I don't know much about him. I just know he came from what was that gym? He came No Limits, right? Did he fight?
I don't know. Did he?
I don't know.
I'm not saying anything.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, look it up.
I don't know much about him. I just know his gym is popping, Yeah, because you're around longer than me. But now I
came from Crew Rex's gym.
Did he? Oh, he came from Crew Rex. That's a good gym though.
Yeah, but did he fight?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Does that mean no or what?
I don't know. Look it up. Look it up, man. I'm telling you, there's a lot of gyms out there, which makes no sense to me. It's so look. When I started with Julio, do you think I taught Julio everything?
Probably not.
No, I didn't. I didn't teach him a little bit of MMA. So when he fought MMA, I never took it like I taught him that. Give the guy that who taught him his wrestling, his jiu-jitsu, the props. I'm just the guy in the back wrapping hands, and if he asked me to hold pads, I'll hold pads for him. But talk about Muay Thai, I taught that boy everything he knows about Muay Thai. So yes, I will take that credit, And there's gyms out there that are taking these other fighters in and claiming them as their own. Like, oh, we built this. No, you didn't, man. We could go on for hours of talking about this. It's just like have the respect to give the people that made this person, give them their props, dude, because they put all the hard work in something you're using as a tool now to boost your name up. It happens a lot.
Dude, you know what's funny is on yesterday, after class, me, Loy, and Aaron, and DJ, and we literally had a conversation for like an hour, and we were talking about like just famous gyms and how, like how they have fighters come in and how that like, the conversation was basically about like there's a lot of gyms that are out there that they're known for being a big popular gym, so a lot of good fighters will gravitate towards that gym, but then they'll take credit for being like for being the ones that train these fighters and taught them everything. But it's just these fighters were already good fighters that just need better opportunities, and this gym is like a famous gym, so it could give them a better opportunity. But yeah, so Aaron had he made a good example. He goes because he's all about education. He works in education. But he was saying how like Harvard doesn't make people smarter. He's like smart people just go to Harvard, and he's like that's the same thing with these big gyms. These big gyms aren't making people better. Just the good fighters are coming to these gyms, and so I think you just hit out the nail on the hammer on the nail right there with what you just said. Yeah,
man. I don't know, man. It's just I'm seeing all these gyms pop up, and it's like not that I'm hating on them. I'm like I want to know who you are. Who are you? I want to know something about you, where did you come from? I want to know something about you. Like, I'm glad these gyms are popping up because that means that as a Muay Thai community, we're doing good. Be scared when there's no more Muay Thai gyms. Be scared when it's only us and we will have no competition. That means fucking Muay Thai is dying, So the more the merrier. Yes, I fucking love it. But don't open up a gym to can rip people off and claim something you're not. So like, who are you? Cool. Welcome to the area.
It's a Wild Wild West, baby.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
man, it's weird. I think I've been here long enough. I could talk about it.
Yeah. Well, I wonder what it's like in Thailand because I'm sure they have a similar situation where it's like the bastardification of Muay Thai is probably happening out there. I'm sure they're having gyms spring up that are just
that's a necessity though, man. Kids fight out there for food and money to survive. But I guarantee you, all these little gyms that are popping up out there, there's no, yeah. But there's a guy that's already had like 200 and something fights.
Oh yeah,
right. They're just being backed up by somebody with money.
Yeah,
they have the people to say like, oh yeah, he fought here, he fought there. It's not the same as here, dude. Just like that millionaire guy, he could get a black belt and start a jiu-jitsu school somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think we delved into that too much, but I kind of want to speak on it a little bit because I forgot about that situation. But Derek Moneyberg, I think, is what he goes by. For those of you guys that are watching, don't know what we're talking about. There's this guy. He did jiu-jitsu for 3.5 years, and he got his black belt. If you've never done jiu-jitsu, it takes about 10 years to get a black belt. So in 3 years, you should be getting about a blue belt, maybe 2 years if you're lucky. This dude got a black belt, and he got it from Jake Shields, Lyoto Machida, and Glover Teixeira, were his head coaches. So they're like super known jiu-jitsu. Well, maybe not Lyoto Machida so much, but Teixeira and Jake Shields, they're super known in the jiu-jitsu world. He's actually getting a striking black belt too.
Oh,
yeah. It wasn't like Muay Thai though. It was something weird. It was some traditional martial art. He's getting it from Glover Teixeira, and people were like saying how it's kind of interesting. Oh, it was Kempo.
okay.
But they're like, when was the last time Glover Teixeira won a match using striking? You know, question. Anyways, yeah. So he got his black belt in 3.5 years. It's just complete bastardification of jiu-jitsu, in my opinion. And I hope we don't see that in the Muay Thai world.
Yeah, that's a thing though. Like you can't bullshit that in the Muay Thai world.
And in jiu-jitsu either, though, we've seen his roles.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. Or you ever seen that movie Foxcatcher?
That sounds familiar. Is that like a military movie or something?
No, it's about that wrestling movie. That
yeah.
You saw how that's that Dupont guy, the older guy, who was like the millionaire that went fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But they paid off his competitor to lose. That could happen. If you got enough money to fucking buy yourself a black belt, you have enough money to fucking buy yourself some matches.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think he's done any competition though. I think the second he does, he's gonna get wrecked, dude. Because there's gonna be a guy that's out there trying to make a name. Like, I don't fuck the money, you know?
Unless he pays them out. No, fuck the money. Money talks, man.
You think 100K or something? Yeah, maybe. This guy's a scammer too, by the way. He's like a fucking money influencer guy type deal, but it's all like, if you check out his website, it's about paying him for him to teach you how to make money. It's one of those things.
Those guys?
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was, but okay.
I'm gonna take that concept from Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Buy my online class, learn Muay Thai.
Start your own, yeah.
I'm gonna start scamming from Muay Thai. Yeah, dude, bro, it's kind of crazy because when I watch like older fighters talk about how they got into martial arts, and they're saying how they had to learn off instructionals like DVDs, you know, just because it wasn't as accessible.
That's how Brown Poetry did it.
You were telling me about Brown Poetry, dude.
He could get his VHS steps and watch fucking Muay Thai on TV, dude.
That's when you could be a fake black belt because people wouldn't know, you know. Now you can't. It's too hard. Too many people are doing it. Too many gyms to test you. I'm actually waiting for a crazy guy to come up to this gym and try to test himself.
We haven't had that in a minute.
Well, now I think it's going to be more common, you know.
Not even, dude, because they have to get through the doors.
Oh, I'll put that door open,
right?
baby. Let's go.
Man, I don't need that.
Let's get a viral moment right here. Spider Muay Thai. Let's go. Learn how to defend yourself against a crackhead.
Nah. Dude, it's like the way the martial arts community is growing is amazing. I like it. So, you know, when you say like we're struggling, you know, you see Muay Thai kind of, it's not, dude. I've seen it from fucking nothing to what it is now. It's grown so much. It used to be only 2 or 3 gyms. Now there's like it's slowly starting to, you know, pop up more, because when it was coming out, it was MMA and Muay Thai. Now it's like you're seeing just Muay Thai schools. That's what we want. You know, we want, like I said, the more schools we see, that means we're doing something right. The less school you see, we're ruining it for everybody.
Dude, well, I remember when I was younger, dude, like way younger, I think in high school, I remember I had gone to try to do Muay Thai, and it was so expensive, dude, compared to now. I feel like, I don't know if maybe just because I'm starting to make more money, but I remember jiu-jitsu was cheaper than Muay Thai at the time, and then now it's
maybe depends where you went, man. Now it's the other way around.
Yeah, now it's the other way around. And so I think that just shows how big Muay Thai's grown, is like it's more accessible now, it's more common. Because before, I think they were just, like what you said, they were renting spaces out of MMA gyms, so they were charging a little bit more because they had to be part of the program, you know?
If we could just get those promotions to really focus on like the sport of Muay Thai, I think it would really, you know, grow the art, man, the martial art, which is what we need to do. They're doing it backwards. They're trying to grow the martial art before the sport.
We just got to have more Muay Thai versus the world events, you know, like Thai fighters come and then fight boxers or fight MMA guys, you know, and they'll just do a catch event where it's like one round Muay Thai, one round boxing, one round MMA. They got, I just feel like, oh, actually, that reminds me. Have you heard of the promotion Fight Circus?
No.
Dude, you should check them out. I don't know, you might not like them because, you know, you're kind of more into the traditional aspect of fighting, but it's like, I've been posting them. It's like they have one fight where they have 40s in their hand. They're swinging the 40s and they're punching each other in the face, right? It's like they try to make it fun and funny, you know what I mean? And obviously that's not real Muay Thai, but I feel like that comedy aspect of Muay Thai can help like show people what Muay Thai is, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it'll pop off, dude. They're trying to do an event in California right now. I've been talking to them for a little bit.
I don't know how that's gonna work with
the
40s in your hand.
Yeah, the regulation thing. That's what I told the guy. I was like,
Dude,
dude,
you have glass in your hand.
I'd have to be a plastic 40.
First of all,
They don't do it to everyone, but they did one too where the promoter of the event, he got in the ring with two bigger midgets. They weren't complete small midgets, but I think they're under 5 feet, and he fought them at the same time. It was so
you know
funny.
the insurance on that must be crazy, dude.
Well, it's in Thailand, so.
Oh, I thought you said they were going to do it.
No, they want to do it in the United States,
okay.
but they said that a year ago. I think they're really having a hard time with the regulation aspect of it, you know?
Oh, yeah, man. It's expensive not so much the United States, California.
Yeah.
Expensive to do stuff here.
They probably wouldn't even allow some of that, dude.
Nah.
They did one fight too where it was they had two fighters in one shirt. It was a big giant shirt, so you had one side you had to control, and then the other side you had one hand each. And so they're just what was that boxer Butterbean? I think Butterbean did one of those.
Really?
Yeah.
Butterbean.
Yeah, so it's a cool promotion. I like seeing stuff like that. Obviously, it's not Muay Thai, but I think it's cool for entertainment value, you know? Hopefully stuff like that can just show people, like, look at the striking sport.
You're right, it's entertainment. That's what people pay for.
Yeah.
Entertainment.
Yeah, we just gotta, I don't know, man. I want Muay Thai to just have more bigger shows that can compete with, like, MMA and stuff, you know? And pay out their fighters, you know?
We've had our chance, man. We just gotta fucking stick to it, you know? Dude. A1, MPL, Glory. Glory was kickboxing, but
same thing though.
It's similar. It's fucking, you know, gonna bring people into the gym. That's all we need. We just need a really good show. I mean, Dennis Warner has been kicking ass for a long time, and we just need somebody to, you know, either do it bigger than him, or he needs to find a business partner to just blow it up.
Yeah. He probably should hire someone to take some of that away from him. I feel like he does everything himself, you know?
See?
Crazy.
We're back to it.
He's a man.
He's a
bro.
man.
Men need to learn to help. Ask for help.
He should be coming here soon. I just talked to him last week.
Yeah, check out the new spot.
Yeah, because I told him, like, dude, I'm not gonna be able to do anything for a while. And then I messaged him on Thursday or Wednesday. I think Wednesday when I was in the hospital.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, we're back in business. I'll be there. And so I already got Julio and Drew set up. That's how fast that he works, man.
Yeah. Hopefully with Julio they get him another title fight. That was kind of whack. That.
Yeah.
We put out 2 weeks before, I think, right?
Week up.
Oh yeah, week of. It's terrible, bro. That'd be so
week
annoying.
Week up with torn ACL.
I don't know, it's 20.
Something like that. And then we saw him at the fights walking around.
Yeah.
And I was like, this.
Yeah, dude, I've been seeing. I mean, obviously, I pay attention a lot to WCK. I feel like lately they've been kind of like slowing down a little bit. I think that they just put too many events.
They lost their media guy, man.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why I haven't.
Yeah, they lost their media guy, so you don't see them on Instagram that much anymore.
Wait, who's their media guy? Was
that guy?
Was that white guy with the glasses? Or?
No, it was a Mexican guy. Dude, what the fuck? I forgot his name. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, he doesn't do their media anymore. No. I think they split ways or he retired or something. So that's why they've been a little.
Oh wait, the guy with the with the long hair.
Yeah.
What? Oh fuck! I talked to him. What was his name? Oh, dude! Shout out that guy, dude. I can't remember. I'm spacing.
His handle was like fucking. You can't forget it, but I don't know why I'm forgetting right now.
I'm spacing right now, dude. That guy's cool. Was his name
something
Rob
media?
Or Rich? Was his name Rich?
iMedia or something media.
Yeah, it was his name Rich.
Rich.
Oh, dude, that guy's so cool, bro. Honestly, I met him a few times.
So that's why you don't really see a lot of stuff from them on social media anymore. The pictures and stuff like that.
Oh, 38 Raw.
There you go. 35 Raw, man.
35 Raw. Shout out 35 Raw. I got to get you on the podcast. I've been talking to him, but he seems like he's down, but it's just he's got shit going on. He got jacked, though, recently, too.
Yeah, well, that's
so bad, bro.
He had all his shit jacked at the event.
Yeah.
And that's the same night. He's like, all right, I'm done. Why? I don't know. I don't want to throw it out there, but that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, I want to ask him what happened with all that.
But
thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, man, he's a good guy. But they do have a lot of events, but they're not overkilling it because they're keeping the Muay Thai community, working. That's what we need.
Yeah, that's
true. Know? We have the consistency of a good promotion, WCK, not having to be like, let me reach out to this person, see if they're having fights soon. Let me reach out to this person if they're having fights. If you could have one promotion, like the UFC, that's consistent, roll of fights every 2 weeks, 3 weeks, you know that, hey, man, I'm going to get you another fight in a month because we know it's going to be one, That's something good to have, man. Be scared when there's goes 2-3 months without anybody throwing any fights.
Yeah. I think that if we could get WCK on like UFC Fight Pass, I feel like that would help a lot with exposure,
Dude, I want to say they were. No, that was 9 fights.
Lions fight.
Lion fights dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah,
man.
they were on UFC Fight Pass, but they were like at the end of. They got that contract like at the end when they were already.
No, well, yeah, the end of the show, yeah.
Yeah. When I saw that happen, I already kind of had heard stories about how bad they were doing. I was like, they're just trying to get whatever
Well, look,
money
we've
they
never
can.
had bad experiences with lion fights. They
I
were
love
always
lion
top
fight.
notch with us, but I'm always the person of like, we always want to be professional. So treat them professionally, they treat us professionally, and we do everything as business. So when Julio got fought with a check, Julio, you better go deposit this right now. Do it on your phone, whatever it is, do it now. And he would. Never had an issue bouncing checks. Never had an issue with any medicals. If we needed medical taken care of, we got the right paperwork right there and then. We didn't go off on our own and then try to build them, days or months later, because that's when shit happens.
Yeah.
Because now they got to go back and do our stuff. Like, we did everything right now and then. So if something's wrong, don't try to be a tough guy. Say when you're sitting down in front of the doctor, hey, you know what, my fucking ankle hurts. The doctor's gonna look at you right there and then. He's gonna determine whether you need to go to the doctor, the ER or not. And then you get your paperwork, you go, you give that form to the doctor so they can bill them. That's it. There's some people, that have had issues with them. They go on their own. That's when shit happens. And then I get it. Maybe the promotion wasn't as responsible enough with their finances. There was a time where we actually, as a group, myself and then another partner and Juan, we went into line fights to sponsor them. And Julio was going to fight on that card at the Coliseum again before COVID shut everything down. That money was gone,
Oh yeah, it was for his brand, right? You told me about that. That was
we had sponsored the whole ring canvas, the gloves, everything. We were like the main sponsors of that, and that money was gone under contract. It is what it is. We're not gonna bitch and moan about it, but it just sucks that after that you could see they couldn't recuperate anymore because I don't know.
Oh, I kept seeing stuff pop up about the pay thing. That was a big one. A lot of fighters were talking about how they weren't receiving their pay or they weren't getting all of the pay, And then I remember, was it Eddie Absolo? It was either Eddie Absolo or someone from Classic Fight Team, how they had gotten injured and like they had told him that they had to wait till.
It wasn't Eddie. It was
someone from Classic?
Yeah.
I forgot who the fuck was it. It's killing me. It's gonna kill me, right? Anyways.
Diego.
Diego Paz? All right. So yeah, he got injured. And they wanted him to wait so they could send everyone to the ER at the same time. And he just was like, I'm just going to go right now. So he went himself, and then they didn't fucking honor paying his medical because they said he went on his own.
Without the paperwork, man. That's something. Like, there's certain things that, like, I don't know. I don't want to, it's old news anyways, but with any promotion, like, it happens. Like, it's happened in WCK, where somebody did get hurt and we had to go and the paperwork just took longer, Yeah, you got a bill, just don't ignore it. It's keep on it. And yeah, eventually everything gets sorted out, because if that happens, if you don't sort it out, you lose your license of that promotion. If you complain about it to the, let's say, California State Athletic Commission, they can't do shows anymore,
I've never heard anyone talk about how WCK didn't pay for their medical.
No, it's never happened, but it's prolonged because of steps skipped.
Yeah,
it's gotten done.
Yeah, I'm sure it's happened to a few people, but I'm assuming it all got worked out, or else I probably would have heard about it by now.
Now, even in the whole pay situation, isn't, like I said, it's never happened to us because we're fucking smarter than that. Like, you don't trust a check.
Yeah,
and that's just cash is cash. You never trust a check. If it's a check, you go fucking deposit it right now, or fucking now you can deposit it on your phone.
Yeah,
with the picture, do it right there. Don't wait
that's
till.
That's a lesson for all you younger fighters, bro.
Don't wait till everything, because if you think about it, you wrote a check out for the venue. You wrote a check out for the medical team. You wrote a check out for the insurance. All this money is going out, but how are ticket sales? You don't know that yet. The people don't get the ticket sales to the day before weigh-ins when everybody's turning in their tickets, or the people are, buying at the door. And if you worked out your organization well enough, you're going to get percentage of the beer money or the alcohol sales and the food and the merchandise, and the sales on pay-per-view if you're selling streams. You don't get that money till fucking weeks later. And here's checks coming out. And here's fighters trying to go cash check 2 days from now when shit's bouncing because there's no money in that account anymore. Because the venue cashed in, the insurance cashed in, the fucking medical team cashed in, and now the fighters are left with. Now that's not a good business plan, but you're waiting on money to come in from all the other stuff. You got money out there, but I'm saying, man, you can do it before everything else cashes in.
I think that just highlights how little money there is in the sport, though, right?
There is, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how underpaid fighters are. They literally do it for the love and the satisfaction of doing something, because you can't get rich doing this. There's no way.
I know.
It costs something. It costs you money to do it.
I know. How do we get NFL money in the sport? But you know what? One of the things I noticed, dude, is with the NFL. Like, look, dude, if you're gonna build a stadium for if you're like a owner, you want to build a stadium, the city will subsidize it because of the business you bring in. So I just wish that there was some way we could get some help from like the city or the state.
It's not that big, man. Think about it. You're talking about the NFL. Everybody wins.
But on a smaller scale, smaller scale. Like you're bringing some business to our community. We'll fucking give you a little bit. We'll at least pay for some of the fucking regulations and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you'd have to find a fucking badass city that's all about it.
Yeah.
The only place I would maybe do that is Vegas.
Yeah. That's what I think would help the sport is if we can find ways to subsidize the cost for running an event. That way the money can go to the event and to the fighters. I feel like that would help boost the sport a lot, Maybe start an organization. You know how Master Chai did that thing where he like went and he like was like, oh, this is an official Master Chai school. Maybe we could go around and like this is like an official Muay Thai fight. So there's this fund that we could put in to help you run your promotion because we like you.
And everybody pitched in and I did something like that. Maybe that could help. But there's too many people. It's weird, man. Right now it's I feel like Muay Thai is, again, going forward, but then going backwards. Everybody's in this little power struggle on who's going to be coined to run the Muay Thai. You got WBC, you got IKF, now you got Waco, which is like an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
You got some other little ones. Like, who's going to be the name brand of, hosting Muay Thai at the whatever Olympics? Or you got IFMA, you got USA Muay Thai. Like, they're all trying to claim we're the best, but it's like, in reality, it's about the money, man. And it shouldn't be that way.
Yeah.
I get it. It takes money to make money, but grow the sport first, then get your money later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other thing that makes the sport hard to grow too is the leagues are run by fighters on an individual level, right? So it's like what I mean by that is like you have a team from like a champion from like California, right? And he'll have a belt on the East Coast. He'll have a belt, maybe like on the West Coast too, and whatever, right? Versus when you go to the NFL, it's like you have your conference, right? You have your East Coast conference, your West Coast conference, and then the winners will play against each other, If we could have like a way to organize things where it was like you have your West Coast champion, you have your East Coast champion, and then they come fight, and then we'll see who's the national champion. Like that would help too.
Well, that's how it used to be for IKF.
Yeah, but then we got these other promotions now.
Yeah. Dude, it's
we need a.
It's not promotions. We're sanctioning bodies.
Sanctioning bodies, okay.
So, sanctioning bodies. I was really excited for WBC to be like a sanctioned body, but then like something changed in them. We're going back again to certifications, right? Let's say you're a coach. What makes you a good coach? A track record or a piece of paper?
Track record.
Okay. Now, let's say you're a great coach, but you don't have this piece of paper to represent Team USA at the national level. Should they let you coach or should they not let you coach?
I don't know. Probably let them coach, I guess. I would let them coach, but then you can't put your fighters into these events until you get that paper, I guess, right? So
why though?
I don't know. You got to regulate it somehow, right?
I know, but are we regulating it for the right reason, or are we regulating it for the money?
There's organization, I would say, right, which costs money.
So look, let's say that we're trying to build a team for Team USA, right? In the past, how it's been done is they look at track records, like USA Muay Thai. They did have a small fee where you had to have a profile and list your achievements, your gym, and okay, this person has gone to these many events, and this is how many of his guys have won. Everybody knows him around town. Cool. Let's open up the voting to who wants to vote to make him team captain to lead Team USA. Then you got your assistant coaches and all that stuff, right? So now what's happening, and I'm not talking bad about WBC because I know a lot of people in it. So now what they're doing is you got to get a certain level of coaching through them, level 1, 2, or 3, and there might be colors. I don't know, but you can't represent your fighter at a national level unless you're this coach. So if your fighter is up for goes to gets invited to go to the UK, right? You go to the UK because he's got a great record and he wants to fight for a WBC belt. You as a coach can't take your fighter because you're not certified under WBC. And in order to do that, you got to take a 7 or 8 hour course class that's gonna cost you, I think, like $1,200.
That's crazy.
Now we're back to why are we doing this? For the sport or for the money? I don't get it.
I don't get it.
We're trying to go forward, but we're going back with this, this whole thing. I don't know, man. I think you should go back to old school. And if you're gonna, try to pick a team to represent the USA or whatever it is, make it within the community and have a vote.
Yeah.
Of who should be the coach, an assistant coach, and whatever other coaches that are going to go and help bring this team.
Well, I think the fighter should choose their coach. So I feel like it shouldn't be like, you know what I mean? Like whoever is your coach is your coach.
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, sometimes you can because when they did when they do the IFMA trials, right? Everybody signs up and they all fight internally in the tournament, and then the best 2 or 3 of each weight class gets picked for the team. But who's going to lead that team? It can't be your own personal coach because then you're going to have little coaches. You got to have one head coach that's going to oversee that.
I see what you mean now.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see what you mean now.
So there has to be somebody. There has to be a coach, assistant coach, and other coaches that are going to help hold pads for this whole team.
That's my bad. One thing I wanted to bring up though is I think you brought up IFS. Was that Steve Folsom, right? Was that IFS or was that IKF?
IKF is Steve Folsom. Yes.
Yeah, Steve Folsom. I actually spoke to his wife like a year ago, and she kind of told me the story on how IKF started with the whole rating system. Dude, it's pretty crazy how we didn't even have an official ranking system for Muay Thai until the 90s. Yeah, before now we have there's 2 websites that people use now. I can't remember the names of them right now. It's leaving the top of my head. But before we had those 2 websites, Steve Folsom would keep track of everyone's record, and he put them online, and so that way you would know if you're fighting a guy from Lions Fight. And maybe you're from a different league, you didn't know the ranking system. You could see how many fights that guy had, and you can decide if that's a fight you want to take.
Yeah.
But that's something that Muay Thai didn't have until the 90s. It's pretty incredible that.
Yeah, even nowadays, we don't use a website to be what are we ranking on? Just recently WBC asked for fighters to submit their application with their fight records, who they fought, and the dates. So they took it upon themselves and ranked people. I think who made it number 4, number 5 in the weight class. It wasn't even that. USMTA has their ranking system through their tournaments that they do. IKF does their ranking systems now through their fights, because I could go to a fight and it happened at the tournament in Vegas 2 years ago, not this year, last year. And you could be like, oh yeah, I'm 0-0. Just to lowball yourself into a thing.
Sandbagging.
Yeah, man. And I remember this guy was in Chris's bracket, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, dude, I've seen this guy before. And I looked him up, and he's a national champion from the Ukraine with 30-something fights, a professional fighter who decided to join an amateur league, And then so I brought it up to IKF, and they're like, oh, we didn't know about it. So I mean, ranking websites aren't really that good either, unless they have somebody policing it 24/7.
Yeah, international, an international.
You can go both ways.
I feel like that's what we need. That's something that's desperately needed in Muay Thai, is to have one international ranking system. That doesn't matter what league you're in, but just everyone's keeping track. Sherdog is one of them. Is another one.
Yeah.
And Sherdog is cool for what it is, but there's dude, I've looked at some of my friends.
Sherdog has changed, dude. Yeah. Sherdog used to be big when MMA and UFC came out. Now it's kind of
dude, it's not complete, bro. I know some fighters that I look up the record. There's fights missing. It's not it's not because they don't want them on there. It's just whoever's running the website's just lagging it. But we need something better. Maybe put some money into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, you got anything else you want to share?
That's it, man. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on again. Thanks for this new gym that you've given us.
Man, it's for everybody, dude. I'm really proud of all the hard work that everybody's been putting in, not just myself. Everybody, came in and helped out with a little piece of this gym, and I can't wait to hopefully everybody see the final product, which is going to be amazing. It's going to be a whole different gym.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for the future. Hopefully this comes out before we promote, or around the same time we promote it. So that'd be cool little thing to add. Check us out, downtown Santa Ana, 4th and Main Street. Classes are the same. 7 p.m. is the main class, 6 p.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Fridays,
Yeah.
yes. And then Saturday, obviously, that's going to be 10 now.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. now. Come check us out. Your boy Mo's here most of the time. Coach Frankie's here almost every single day.
Every day.
As always, stay cool. And that's it. Goodbye, bro. All right, Coach. Thanks, man.
Thanks, man.